Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. It's great to have you here once again. How is everybody doing? Did you see the solar eclipse? Have you conceived a werewolf? If if you have no idea what I'm talking about, go and check my last video out about the solar warning. I gave you a solar warning. Anyway, it's good to have you all back. Fantastic. Everything's good. We're still here. World's carrying on. Whew, that was lucky. I was a bit worried there for a moment. Anyway, those glasses made in China. I thought, hello, what's going to happen here when we put these on? Anyway, we're all good. Everyone is well, and we're ready to rock and roll. So anyway, lovely to see you all. I hope you're all well. And it is a... we are going to do a review special this afternoon. Got some reviews to catch up on, so that's what we're going to do. So let me prepare for it. We're a few minutes early. No one was expecting us this early, so I caught you out. See who's turned on the... we are going to do... See who's turned on their notifications. All right, nice green day. Destiny is doing very well as well. SpaceX, you can see it today, up, and it's holding now, which is nice. Nice. 1,000% was made now, and now it's holding. Where's it going to go from here? Looking pretty healthy, really. Building up steady, some profit taking along the way, but looks pretty healthy. Hey Martin, can you bring DXYZ? Hey Martin, because you bring DXYZ to our radar, scalped and positioned, traded. You made $1,300 profit. We'll swing it to long term and at over. Fantastic. That's the best. That's the you do realize though, SZD7, there's a commission. All right, there's a commission based policy of this channel. If you make $1 million in a day, you've got to do $100 super chat. Have you heard about that? If you look at the small print of the channel, it says this is not financial advice. However, if you make $1 million in one day, you've got to do $100 super chat. I'm really pleased for you. Take the profit, whatever you do. I'm not in it. I wasn't here to pump it. I wasn't here to promote it. I only own the S&P. So you know the information that we give is real and genuine. There's my shares. There's my position. I'm up by $63 today. That's all I'm up. That's what I'm up by, which is a good day for me. Virgin Galactic's now down to 120. No surprise there. It's going to go to 110 soon. But I'm really pleased for all of you. We'll try to bring you the best information, the most reliable, the most honest information. What you do with it is up to you. You know, you've done it, not me. We just brought you the news. But congratulations, and I hope you've managed to take some profit. That would be absolutely great. Right, now then, let me just have a little look. We've got some things to do. So, Atai. Got to get straight into it. Got a lot of work to do today. I might have to keep going a little bit late to get it all done. ATAI. Atai Life Sciences. Atai. Atai. Commission. Yeah, commission 60%. Yes, that's right. I forgot to mention that. Commission is 60%. Yeah. Anyway, Atai. Let's get ready for our next review. Atai. Let's see if we can bring another one. AI. Did I fall for the clause of YouTube membership? Joking. Thank you, Martin. Again, the float being only 9 million has it does. There's a possibility this can run for a while. Anyway, Atai, Nasdaq. Here we go. Life Sciences. What is this one? This is based upon. Let me have a look at what this is. treatment of mental health disorders, biopharmaceutical. Okay. Always high risk stuff like this, but we'll look at it. Atai Life Sciences. It's our next review. Going to try and do at least 2 today. Eric B, good job. Yes, I hope you've taken the profit though. Atai Life, redefining investors. Let's have a little look there. I'm just preparing my next review. When was this out? Okay, when did this come out? Oh, just out. Very nice. We like this. Okay. What I'm doing now is I'm just setting up for our next review. This is for Jason Davis. Atai. Next to the S&P, which is important. 100%. ATAI. 100%. Whoops. I think I broke it. And we'll try that again. For some reason, something went wrong. Solar eclipse. I blame the solar eclipse. 100. Okay, so what we're doing now is another review for one of our members. We're just lining it all up, getting it all in place. Okay. What else do we have? Do we have a dividend with this stock? I don't think so. No, I doubt if we do. Always double check your information though. No, nothing there. Okay, we've got the back test. Fantastic. Always trailing, taking profits manually and being careful. First scout was around 800 and second one was 600. Now it's settling nicely, looking for next move or smaller overnight swing position. Remember, is this stock overnight? Is it trades overnight on the S&P? Overnight on Robinhood? No, it doesn't. There's no overnight. This will end at 7 o'clock tonight, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. That is the after hours, and then you won't be able to, you won't be able to do anything. And remember, stop trail orders do not work outside of the main session. If you set a stop trail order, it expires when the bell goes. So if you are hoping for it to trail up and protect your investment after hours, it won't. That's only during the main session. So what you have to do is decide whether you want to keep it in overnight. And depending on your brokerage will determine when you're able to get in. But more than likely, if you're on Robinhood, you'll be able to get in tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Central, 7 a.m. Eastern time. But you won't be able to do any trail losses, trail orders or whatever it might be until 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern. Just so you know, if you try that, it won't work. Anyway, just want to make you fully aware of that. I'm sure you are. Hate for you to miss out on that. You didn't say that about the million. It was in the small print, I guess. But okay, deal if Nicola gets to 30. So Sebastian says, I didn't know about that small print. So yeah, he says a deal. If Nicola gets to 30, he's going to give me 60% commission. So anyway, good. Right. And remember, if you're new to trading and investing and you win, winning early in your career is the worst thing. Just be careful, because when you win on the stock market, if you're new to trading, you suddenly think you're smarter than everyone. I know, I've done it, and many people do it. They get really carried away with themselves, and they think, I'm smarter than everyone else. It's very, very important that you don't make that mistake. It's really, really important not to make that mistake that you're smarter than everyone else because you got lucky. It's very easy to make that mistake. I've done it, and I don't want you to do it. Okay, let's get into our next review. All right. Let's have a quick look at how we're doing this afternoon. We on Rumble right now? I believe we are. Let's have a look. Welcome to our Rumble audience. Did you enjoy the solar? The solar eclipse? Did you see it? Aren't you glad you walked outside and saw it in your garden? It's amazing, but you wouldn't want to drive somewhere and pay and stay in hotels and all the rest of it. A lot of people do that. They get carried away, I think, and end up spending a fortune. You can see it. Everyone can see it for free. Anyway, that's just my penny's worth there. Rigidity, doing the S&P is a good, safe move. Well, remember, the reason I do it is so I can give the best advice, the best information, and it's seen to be that way. It's not pumping and dumping stocks. We're all about building the show, what's best for the viewers, not what's best for me personally. So that's why I do it. I would have loved to have bought this today. We identified this at $8. We identified DXYZ at $8 and said this is going to do really well, and it did 1,000%. Just because I said that and thought that and believed that, and I've got the money to do it. At 100 grand, I could have turned 100,000 today into $1 million live on the show. But it's not the right thing for me to do. I don't want to be pumping and dumping stocks. I've got a much bigger plan for the show. Anyway, just looking at a few things. Right, we're going to make a start now. Uh, 15 minutes. Time for another stock review. This time we are talking Atai Life Sciences. Yep, we're going back in the lab now for biopharmaceuticals. Can we make money from this stock? Does it make sense? Well, during this review, we're going to see if the numbers stack up and if you can turn the printing machine on and if you can make any money. During this review, it's going to be the most honest review you've ever seen on YouTube TV. We're here to help people. I'm not here to pump and dump stocks. I only own the S&P 500 myself. I'm fully invested 100% of my money. I use Robinhood as a bank. All my money is here. You can see how much money I've got and so on and so forth. But what we're trying to do is give you information so you can make educated decisions, whether it's right or wrong for you. We're going to share with you the profit, the loss, the balance sheet, the revenue, the cash flow, the inside trading, who's buying, who's selling. We're also going to share with you the latest news on the website, what's going on. We're also going to do a back test against the S&P 500. All of that is going to be shared with you here. We also have a Meet the CEO series where the CEO may come onto the show, and we're going to tell you how you can get him or her onto the show. You have the power to do so. We've done it several times with many more to come up. Very, very exciting. Okay. Okay, so without further ado, let's get straight into our review. Tap the like button if you like this video, want to share it out, and of course, subscribe and ring the bell as well if you'd like to see more of our content. Now, this video is being recorded during a live event. So my members can comment, people can say stuff, people can do highlighted super chats if they want to be part of the show. We are in members only mode, so we don't get any clowns coming and saying anything inappropriate. But of course, we are able to see those comments on the screen. This is unedited, unfiltered. This is how the video will be heard and seen when it comes out. So let's get straight into it. What is Atai? Now, this was requested by one of our members. If you are a member of our channel, you can get to have a review for free. However, at the moment, we're not taking any free requests because there's too many. So if you want to jump the queue, you can do a super chat and I'll do your review pretty much straight away. I'm going to try and get a few done today. So here we go. Atai Life Sciences. This is what we're looking at today. And if we go over the whole chart, you can see it opened back here in 21 at $21 and it's just collapsed and gone all the way down to where we are today, $2.56. Biopharmaceutical stocks are all extremely risky. If one of the trials goes wrong or they get a lawsuit or we don't have a breakthrough like we thought we were going to get, then of course the stock goes nowhere. But at the same time, if we get a breakthrough all of a sudden, we get a clearance, FDA clearance on something or an approval, the stock could go up thousands of %. Atai Life Sciences (NV) is a clinical stage biopharmaceutical company. It engages in the treatment of mental health disorders. The company was founded by Christian Angermeyer, Florian Brand, Srivanas Rao, and Lars Christian Wild in June of 2018 and is headquartered in Berlin, Germany. Ich kann nicht sprechen Deutsch sehr gut. The listed name for the company is Atai Life Sciences. Okay, now Florian Brand, the CEO. We'd love to have you on the show. We're not here to promote stocks and pump stock, dump stocks. I only own the S&P, but we are here to share great stories of businesses around the world so people can learn about the companies. We have members in 58 countries, 14 languages, and we very often rank #1 for our videos on YouTube and on Google. So love to have you on the show. How do you get Florian Brand on the show if Florian isn't watching this video right now? Well, how to do that is very, very simple. If you'd like Florian on the show, below this video is an invitation, invite the CEO link to a video which explains all about it. You can pass that on with this video. You might to investor relations email or tag them in it or whatever. Or perhaps you'd like to set up an online group, maybe Facebook, Reddit, whatever, and I will provide you with all the earnings. If anyone asks me to do an earnings, I'll cover the earnings, breaking news, latest reports. I'll do it all for you, and you have that, and you can build a community and invite Florian on the show. Employees 83, small company then based out of Germany, 2018. If you're buying it on margin, it's regarded as very high risk, 100%. For 433 million, a very small company, of course. It's losing money at the moment, negative 9.57, no dividend, just growth. 3 million, very low volume, average volume. Today's volume is 2 million. We've got a 52-week low of $1.03, and we've got a 52-week high of $2.85. Morningstar are giving this a rating. I don't take this as a very reliable rating. They are paid and sponsored. I do these reviews for free. No one pays me to do them. So it's just as it is. I'm not influenced in any way whatsoever. But the company does lose money, but it's improving, I have to say. We can see the earnings slowly rising, and it's been beating the expectations recently. They are saying it's a strong buy at 100%. No hold, no sell, just 100% buy. Very, very nice indeed. But what do they know that we don't know? Of course, it has to come off. The research has to come off. The FDA approval has to happen. Anyway, who are we in bed with? Who else is buying this stock? Compass Pathways, Mind Medicine, Cybin, Celo Therapeutics, Tilray Brands and Canopy Growth. That's interesting. None of these four here I know anything about, so I can't comment. But I do know a bit about Tilray Brands and Canopy Growth. This is the cannabis sector. The trouble is here, these are very volatile stocks and relying on good news. So that means the sort of people that buy this stock, not all, of course, can be very volatile gamblers. Not necessarily gamblers, but prepared to take a very rocky ride. Great potential though, but also great pitfalls if it doesn't all pan out. So that's the company it keeps. Anyway, without further ado, let's go and look into more information now as we look over the website of the company and learn a bit more about it, and then we can also compare to the S&P. So what do you think so far? You like it? Tap the like button and tap the subscribe button would be great. But without further ado, let's go straight into the website and some news on the company. So this is the website, redefining how the world approaches, prevents and heals mental health disorders. That's become quite trending, and that's not really the right word to use, but over the last few years it has, due to Prince William and Catherine. A lot of people in Europe are talking about, and of course this is based in Germany, a lot of people are talking about mental health more now due to them. It's brought it to the front. So that can be a good thing for the stock. All right, let's have a look at it. Redefining how the world approaches, prevents and heals mental health disorders. Let me zoom in a bit if I can and give you the best view. We are a biopharmaceutical company that leverages decentralized platform approach to incubate and accelerate the development of highly effective mental health treatments that address the unmet needs of patients. Okay, so for everyone, everywhere, this is what we're looking at. Zoom in. For everyone, everywhere. Why? What's this all about? Let's read this. Our unique... Oh, that went... can I skip back that one? There you go. Our unique operating model, our approach combines funding, access to accelerate platform technologies, as well as scientific and regulatory expertise, with a single focus on developing more rapid acting and potentially disease modifying mental health treatments. Okay, thank you. Let's go on again. Led by the brightest minds in the industry, Atai is the home of some of the most sought after executives and scientists in the space, equipped with a diverse and dedicated team. We are making a concerted effort to redefine mental health paradigms. Our perspective. Shortcomings of existing therapies. Let's have a look at this. This is what's around at the moment. Current standard of care treatments are ineffective for millions worldwide. Okay. Significant burden. Affecting people of us, population impacted, global economic impact, recent impact of COVID-19. What I'm going to do is just let you see that. There's too much information there to read out all of that. What I'd like you to do is, if I just zoom in, you perhaps might like to pause that, and there you go. And you can read it for yourself if you watch on a big screen or a computer. Okay, urgent need for innovation, significant burden. All right. Sour, thank you for your subscription. Really appreciate you very much indeed. Our unique approach compounds with prior evidence in humans to minimize development risk. We focus on compounds that have previously been used in humans and have established safety profiles. Enabling platform technologies, leveraging proprietary technology to accelerate drug discovery, reposition existing molecules with big data approaches, and improve patient outcomes with digital therapeutics. Okay, some latest news, some good news for the company. Just a couple of days ago, in fact, just a week ago, Atai Life Sciences announces positive initial results from Beckley Cytek's phase 2A open label study of BPL-003 intrazide 5-MeO DMT in treatment resistant depression. Now then, I'm just going to read the main headline for this, and you could pause it if you wanted to read more. A single dose of BPL-003 demonstrated a rapid and durable antidepressant effect in TRD patients, with 45% of patients in clinical remission at week 12. 55% of patients achieved a clinical response on the day after dosing, and this rate of response was maintained at week 4 and week 12. BPL-003 showed a good safety profile and was well tolerated with no serious adverse events reported. Acute effects resolved on average in less than 2 hours, highlighting BPL-003's potential to fit within the Spravato 2-hour in-clinic treatment paradigm. Okay, some good news there. But the company is aiming to transform the treatment of mental health disorders. Today announced a positive initial result from Beckley Cytek's phase 2A open label study in treatment of resistant depression, TRD, a condition that affects approximately 100 million people worldwide. Some good news there. Some trials going well. Fantastic. Now this review though is all about investors. We've got some good news. We know about the company. We know what it does. It's had some positive results. Let's see now if it can actually return a profit to its investors. So we're going to start by looking at the intrinsic valuation. So without further ado, let's get into that. Can you turn on the printing machine? Will this stock make you money? That's what it's all about, right? You're investing. You want to know if this stock can make you money. So let's go straight into that. Have you tapped the like button? Have you subscribed? If you leave a comment below, I will reply to all comments, all of my members' comments, that is. Okay? And let's carry on going. And at the end of this video, I'm going to give you a link as well. Every Friday night, all the team, all my Lucasaves join me on a Friday night on my music channel for a party. That's right. We have a bit of a party on my music channel every Friday night. I'm the World Piano Man as voted by Elton John. So this is my piano concert here every Friday. If you're interested, I'll give you the link at the end and you might want to join us for a beer as we celebrate every Friday when we make money. All right, let's have a look. The intrinsic value, $3.97. So we're overvalued by 37%. Now, for this type of stock, I am prepared to overpay. I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon. It's undervalued by 37%. I do apologize. We're valuing this at $3.97 and it's currently $2.56. So it's undervalued. What I was going to say, and I apologize, was I'm prepared to pay 25% overvaluation for a high growth stock that can explode like this. Anything to do with space, AI, biopharmaceuticals that can suddenly get a breakthrough. I'm prepared, I'm okay with up to 25% overvaluation. As it happens, this is undervaluation by 37%. Worst case scenario, overvalued at 14 cents. We'll come on to what the intrinsic value is in a moment. And best case scenario, undervalued by 74% if it's worth $9.89. Okay, now what is an intrinsic value? Some of you want to know what it is. Well, let me share with you how an intrinsic value is calculated. All the information like the debt, liabilities, cash, net income, free cash flow, revenue, investments flow into our system and produces these numbers. This is what it is. This is what intrinsic value is. However, we have a warning on this particular stock. The Atai's intrinsic value estimate is unreliable because it's based only on its multiples and doesn't use DCF valuation. So it's a guide, but we need to do a lot more research before we decide that this is a good value stock. Let's move on down to the financials. Okay. The most recent range that we had was over here. I mean, it's very small. You can hardly see it. Was December. Oh, no. March 30th. We've just had an earnings. Actually, this is very timely. Very, very good indeed. March 30th, just a couple of days ago, we have an estimate from 9 analysts that 312,000 revenue. And it's so small, it's insignificant on this range at the moment, all right? But it's about to, in 2025, do an S-curve. That's an S-curve if things go right. We are down, though, on the most recent range by 8%, just to let you know. But operating income has improved. Operating income has improved. We are up 3% on the most recent range. Very nice indeed. That was back in December. We like that. Net income is up 40%. That's good, but we are expecting it to fall away again, though. That's a shame. But in December, we were up 40%, which is still negative, but we are expecting to go away again. Anyway, moving along, operating cash flow is up 9%, investing cash flow is negative 53%, and financing cash flow is down 931%, which is a negative, of course, 8.4 million. Obviously, we're borrowing money. Let's have a look here at the balance sheet. Now then, the balance sheet, what we don't want to see is more liabilities than assets. We've got 293 million in assets, 50 million liabilities. So that's an okay balance sheet so far. Do we hold any cash? Yes, 179 million in cash. Very nice indeed, which equates to, if we look at our cash position, that's at 61% of our business is cash. Now, I don't like seeing too much cash. What I mean by that is it's very easy to have a balance sheet which looks great when you've got nothing going on, but you've just got a pile of money. Well, a pile of money is great, but piles of money don't make any money. I often used to think when I was younger that if somebody would only just give me some money, I could grow my business. That's not true. You don't need money necessarily to grow a business. It helps, but it doesn't mean you're successful just because you've got a pot of money. Of course, they can invest it and earn money from it, but can they actually spend the money on the business, which then makes the business grow faster than they could if they just stuck it in an interest account, right? Anyway, so still good though to have cash, and it's a good balance sheet so far. Long-term debt, out of the 50 million, we have 17.9 million. So long-term debt is 35%. Even though our liabilities is low, it's 35% of our liabilities is our long-term debt, which equates to long-term debt 17 million. But remember, we have 179 million, so it's got no issues with solvency. It's going to have a very high solvency score. We can pay off all our debts without any doubt, without any difficulty at all. At the moment, we're not making any money. Look, operating margin, we're losing money. We've already established that. Even though the earnings is going in the right direction, and I showed you this a moment ago, it's going in the right direction, we're still not making money. We're still cash negative. We're not positive yet, as you can see, but we are heading that way. Let's hope on the next earnings, and if one of my members does a super chat, I will cover the earnings and we'll find out what they do. Anyway, back to the stock. The operating income is negative by 39,959%. So, it's very, very, low numbers. We're losing money, but things are improving. They are improving. There's no doubt about it. They're all improving, which is good to see. Okay, so there you go. Profitability score, it's 25. Very, very low. We're not making any money. We've got an exceptional revenue growth forecast going forward. Exceptional one-year revenue growth going forward. All that's good, but negative ROE and negative operating income at the moment. So 25% is red score, not good at all. But the solvency score, like I said, is fine. We're not going bankrupt. Now, it's not. Even though they've got a lot of cash and they could pay off their debts, it's not a 70 or 80 because they're also not making any money, so they can run out of money quickly. They might need to go to the investor and do a raise. But anyway, 55%, not too bad at all. Everything's good there. Long-term solvency, short-term solvency, negative net debt and low DE, all with nice green ticks. We like that. Okay, what about the Wall Street targets? Well, as you can see here, we've got at the lowest case scenario, we've got 104%, worst case scenario. This is very, very good, exceptionally good, in fact. What about a 411% increase here over the average? What about 775% on the upside? Now then, so we're getting close to the end of my review. So what am I going to do? Am I going to give this a buy, sell, or hold? Well, I like what the company is doing. It's trending again. The intrinsic values, it looks great, but it's unreliable. Not enough data yet, really. Revenue's increasing. The outlook's increasing. There's some good stuff coming here, but and their debt position is good. Their balance sheet is good, but they're not making any money. It's one of those things where you just don't know. it's a punt at this stage. You're hoping that things are going to go well, but the profitability isn't there, but the solvency's fine. Anyway, here's the competition. If you want to check out the competition, I'll give you a link in a minute and you can go and check out the competition to this. Atai Insider Trading. Over the last 12 months, we have seen insiders buying $81,000, but selling, though, $231,000. Last transaction was Johnson and Nagangast, I think that is, the chief financial officer, the CFO, who sold 50,000 shares, you can see here most recently. So there's been some buy-ins, but there's also been some sell-offs. Not great amounts, to be honest. So nothing major to worry about there, but I would be looking to see some more buy-ins. But we have had some, only up to the most recent range. When was this? When did this happen? Let me just try and highlight that. Just bear with me. 3 months ago, 231,000. Just trying to see. Sometimes it brings the names up and other things, but not this time. Okay, never mind. Let's scroll on down. Now, what about short interest? We've got a short interest of 4.1. Now, this is updated monthly, so we don't know where we are exactly all the time, but 4.1%. So there is some short interest, but nothing major. So we've not got enough volume, and we've not got enough short interest for a short squeeze. So nothing there. It's just a bit of negative. There's always a little bit in this field. There's bound to be. But any good news, and this could pop then. 2 years ago, now this is the latest news. No one's talking about this stock. There's the media aren't picking it up. That 2 years ago, CNBC. So our video will rank number one for this, and you'll see it appear. Nothing really much to talk about at the moment. So the last 90 days, we've had 50-50. Of positive news. Now we've got 60% last 7 days, 100% good news. There's no negative news here at all. There's no negative. There's nothing to say that this is all bad and going to go wrong. It's all quite positive and neutral. That's quite good, I have to say. So there we go. There's not much more on this stock to say. So anyway, let me give it my final thoughts on this one, and let's have a quick a think about this. Atai Life Sciences. Well, I don't like biopharmaceutical stocks because if you're going to invest in these, really invest in them, you have to do a lot more research in the company, way more than we've been able to do here. You have to find out exactly what is going to be the catalyst, what is going to pop this stock, what are they looking to do, and so on. As far as the company's concerned themselves, their balance sheet is okay. Their profit isn't making much at the moment. But another reason why I perhaps like the CEO on the show, I'd love to learn more. So for me, because the balance sheet is okay and Wall Street give it great targets, I'm saying it's a potential buy with more research. So I'm not going to say it's a buy right now. I'd need to know what's the catalyst to drive this stock up. What is it that needs to happen and when for this stock to do well? I currently have not found that out. We've seen some good information here, but not enough. That's my thoughts on it. What do you think? Click above my head if you want to use our research software. There's a link above my head. Also down below in the description, all my members get a lifetime discount and get the best plan ever, the best deal ever that you can get from anyone. Go and check out that in the description. And over here, I'll put more reviews in the series. I've reviewed many stocks in the series, and you might want to go and check them out. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. All right, that was for Jason Davis. Right. If you've just tuned in today and you want some free stocks from Robinhood in the US, here is my link here. If you want some free stocks in the United Kingdom, here is my link here for you. And let me give it to my Rumble audience as well. There you go. And if you are interested in Robinhood and you are interested in getting a gold account, which is what I have, it's only $5 a month. In fact, you can do it 12 monthly as well, so you can save yourself $10. And it pays for itself hundreds of times over. It's why I do it. It's why I'm a gold customer. If you are and you want to help me get a gold card, a solid gold card worth $2,000, and yourself as well, there's my referral. Click on that, get Robinhood, sign up for gold, and we'll both be in line for a solid gold card. No doubt about it. And even if they run out of the cards, they'll pay you the cash value. So it's fantastic if we can all do that. All right, okay, let me load up this space again. Let's read the comments that I might have missed. Kevin B, I want to know if it can make me rich. Friday night is a great mental health therapy and exercise. Yes, Friday night's what it's all about. In with the cash out with the past. Hit the like button or you will stub your toe so hard you're going to convinced it's broken. I like that. Do you foresee any big movement for DXYZ after hours tonight before the open tomorrow? I honestly don't know the answer to that. That's a very good question. But it's going up again. This looks like a very solid stock at the moment. It's doing everything you want it to do. It goes up. It allows people to sell and take profit and buy it again and keeps on rising. This is very healthy. What we're seeing here is a very healthy stock, and it's going again. Absolutely great. Over 1,000% now in the first couple of days, which is exactly what I said today it was going to do today. I said it would do 1,000% and sell off because psychologically, 1,000% profit. Why on earth would you not sell? You have to sell. It's 10 years on the S&P, or at least nine, sort of 8.5, 9 years. You've got to take profit from that. I mean, if you don't, you are crazy. But do it on your IRA, and you could have bought it and done it again. I mean, this is really quite incredible. Quite incredible. If you'd bought it today here, you could have sold it today with a 40% profit just today. It's done 1,000% overall. 40%. Sold it on the dip. It came down from 60 down to 20, 40% discount, and you do it again. So you could have made 40% twice today. Twice. So if you'd put $100 in today, you would have made 140, and you could have done it twice. Absolutely great. Absolutely great. I think this is a very, very, very big opportunity, and it's not getting the attention. We did rank number 1 on YouTube on Google this morning. That's already gone. Big people have come in and taken my spot away, but that's fine. We were the first. Yeah, who cares? I hate to bring it back up, but obviously it's pretty exciting. It is very exciting. You're absolutely right. I hope the Robinhood credit card will be coming to the UK soon. Yes, I'd love that, Vaz. DXYG is my retirement plan. It's like Bitcoin. I feel like the growth is insane, way too quick. Kevin B. I have a margin trading account and don't trade, but do you see long-term gains with this stock? Yes, I do. I really do. But also, with such fast gains, people could drop this in a heartbeat. Really, I mean, nothing's stopping it. You've got to buy it with stop trail order. The way I look at it is this. If I had $1,000 and I was buying stocks, but I don't want to be seen to be pumping stocks, I've got a bigger vision for the show than to make $1,000 on this. I've got a much bigger vision. If I was you and I was buying this is what I would do. I would put $1,000 in. I've made 40% twice today, so I've made $400. I've made $400. I've made $800 now. I've got my original $1,000 out. I've got $800 now to play with, and I would keep scalp trading in my IRA with my $800 and setting trail orders. And I've already got my money back out. It's free money now. I'm playing with the house's money. And I every time it makes 20, 30, every time I buy it, I'm going to set a stop trail order the moment it goes up 20%. Absolutely. And set that at once the stop trail order kicks in and I'm up to 20%, then I'd set a 10% drop, but I'd increase that throughout the day. If I'm now up 100%, I would allow it to drop 40%. So I'd keep increasing because remember, you can do that. You can set a stop trail order to protect your money so it doesn't drop all the way down. And then if you go up 100%, 200%, you can cancel that order and then reapply it with something like a much higher number. So because it can be volatile, and you don't want to be out every time it drops 50% if it's going up 300 or 400%, do you? So you can adjust it and keep making those gaps bigger. So you can stay in the stock longer. That's what I would do. That's how I would play this. Kevin B, it's too similar to alt. I don't trust it. Yes, it could be. You could see it like that. That makes perfect sense. How was your weekend? Hi, Kevin. Ed Nevius. DXYZ is not sketchy. Doing own research, personal research, will also make that more clear. Very important to also do personal due diligence. Scalp DXYZ 3 times with 1,600 already with trailing profits. Absolutely great. Yeah. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, because a lot of people are asking about this. So I'll do this. DXYZ stock. I'm going to bring this up. Let me have a quick look at this. You might find this interesting. Okay. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do one more review, and then I'm gonna do it because I've made promises to people, and I've got to come through. So anyway, I've just done another review. That was done for Jason Davis, and now I need to do another one. We've got a lot of 1-year badge owners here today. How are you, Mark? I'm well, Robbie Cooper. I've done a lot of due diligence. Not for me at these levels. It's overvalued. Kevin B, do you know all the companies that invest in? Probably not. And if 8% tank, that won't be good. Like I scalp trade's personal opinion. What a hectic, but got a lot done though. Ed Nevius, yes, I've done Kevin B. 30% is SpaceX, and the other 70%, you got things like Discord. I wouldn't invest in Discord. I've got to be honest. I don't know how they make any money, but ChatGPT, yes, make money there. There was Instacart, like that. There's a few actually I liked. And the other DXYZ is putting a smile on my face I haven't had since 76. Trey K. Fantastic. Bags just grabbed volume. Right, now then, my next review. I've made promises today. I aim to deliver. I absolutely aim to deliver. So my next review is going to be there we go. SMX. I promised I would do it, and I will. Could you put this in comparison to the S&P, putting aside how new the stock is? Could you put it in comparison to the S&P? I'll tell you what then. We'll do SMX in a moment. That's going to be next. Let's do this. Okay. DXYZ. All right, let's do something for you. This seems to be a hot topic today. DXYZ. Okay. Okay. Time for another stock review and an interview. Unfortunately, this is such a brand new stock. The information is limited, but we're going to hear now from the CEO, Sahil Prasad, and we're going to learn about potentially the best stock ever. This could be you're buying over 30% of SpaceX, the only way ever been able to do this. So what we're going to do now is we're going to listen in here, and we're going to work out whether this is a stock for you. All right, so let's do that now. Okay, just bear with me. I'm gonna have to. This is really annoying because they've gone and. This is frustrating. They've used white banners everywhere, which means I can't see anything. Let me edit it there. How annoying is this? Okay, I'll try that again. So let's go and have a look now. This is Destiny Tech 100. It's still pumping. I said it would get 1,000% out of it today, and it has. But let's hear now from the CEO, Sahil Prasad, and let's have a look whether this is a right stock for us to own or not. Let's have a listen in. Here we go.
We've experimented in the past while at Forge and otherwise at different models. And you'd imagine that the most ideal model looks very passive, completely rules-based, based on what a set of factors like market cap, company growth, etc. But the challenge that happens with creating a so-called index is in the private markets, there's not enough liquidity to go and actually create a fund to properly track that index. So what ends up happening is you become a forced buyer as companies' prices are increasing. And then if companies' prices are decreasing and their allocation and weighting is lower, you become a forced seller. So there ends up being a ton of inefficiency in trying to do that. And at the same time, if you had a purely active fund, then it's based on kind of the whims of the management team. And so what we tried to do is get the best of both. We looked at how this is being done in other asset classes. For example, the S&P 500 has a set of inclusion eligibility criteria.
So can I jump in at that point? We're talking about the S&P 500. The S&P 500 includes publicly traded companies. It doesn't include private companies. That's what this is about. SpaceX, you can buy and invest in it. You just can't do it on a publicly traded index like the New York Stock Exchange. You can't trade it the same way. It's done completely differently. Well, this index, what Sahil has created, allows you to buy those privately owned companies. So it kind of looks like the S&P 500, except it's the S&P 100, if you like, all based around innovation and tech. You might regard that as something like ARK Invest. They've done innovation, but there's no SpaceX in those either. This is the first time this has been done like this. Let's hear a little bit more, shall we?
And even once you meet that eligibility criteria, they have a committee that then further decides when to include you in the S&P 500. So notably, Tesla, as an example, became eligible to be in the S&P 500, but the committee didn't include it until 6 months later. So what we've done is we've set out a set of 5 inclusion and eligibility criteria that's meant to kind of vet out things that don't look like traditional high growth venture-backed startups, things that don't look like they should be included. And that's the first pass filter. If a company is excluded there, it can still be manually included by the investment committee, but that at least serves as the first pass. And then from there, we also look at a set of metrics around the company. So we have a dozen metrics around whether it's a company's growth rate or addressable market size, asset light versus asset heavy business models. We're keeping into account executive turnover as a data point to consider. And then also importantly is execution in the secondary markets. So what we do is we actually go and participate. We're agnostic. So we participate in companies' primary rounds. We participate series C, D, E, F, G, and so on. We do secondary purchases from founders, management teams, employees, early investors, and we purchase on the open market through places like Forge, because our job is to provide best execution for the fund and the end investors. And so it's not as simple as going and saying, hey, we're going to buy this company. Where is it currently offered? And just do that. You have to see, where has it been trading? How has that? What are the various structures used to trade it? And actually see how you can effectively get a better price that might be available on the market. We've experimented in.
Let me just pause that a second. There you go. So what do you think of that? You've just heard there from the CEO. And like I said, it's going up again. Now, this morning, when we first brought this to you, in fact, we brought it to you about 5 days ago. It was first reported to you at $8. And I said it's going to go up 1,000%. And it's done that. And I also said it would sell off at that position, and it did. And it's people have taken profits, because obviously if you can make $1,000, if you put $1 million in this a few days ago, you've now got $1 billion. From 1 million, $1 billion. 1,000% doesn't happen very often. This is a unique brand, a unique basket of funds. No question about that. And this morning I reported on the show that we were ranking #1 for the search term Destiny Tech 100 on Google. And we're a small channel, just hit 21,000, or just coming up to 21,000 subscribers. So for us to be able to rank on the day we brought a video out was unheard of. But we did. We're not anymore, by the way. People have started to wake up to this and realize what's going on. But some of you have been asking me, where do we see this going? Unfortunately, I would love to be able to give you information, but look at the information that we're able to get to evaluate this, to put it through our AI software. This is me running it through the software right now. And as you can see, that is what we get. Nothing. It's so new. There is nothing at all. We've got the price. That is it. I mean, that is literally a blank sheet. It is gambling at this stage if you think buying SpaceX is a gamble. Now, me personally, I don't. I believe it's 1,000x. It's up to 1,000%. I've said that already today. And I was right. I said it would sell off, and it did, and now it's going straight back up again. Now, actually, this is actually proving to be, so far, I know it's very early, but it's proving to be a very solid stock. That is a great chart just after an IPO to rise and fall a bit, rise more, fall a bit, rise more, fall a bit. It's a very, very healthy stock. You don't want straight up, and you don't want straight up and straight back down either, but you do want trading, and we've got it. The thing is, though, what also makes it interesting is it's very low volume. Look at this, 7.65. Now, this morning, we'd only had 1 million when it had already popped. So there's not a lot of people trading it, but they're trading it big. So there we go. We're trying to find more information on this stock, but I think this is a very, very interesting stock indeed. I'm trying to find more information. I want Sahil on my show. People have already messaged him. Hopefully that's going to happen. So there you go. What do you think of this? I'd like your thoughts below in the comments, but it's doing exactly what we thought it would do. And where is the top? Well, we can't value it. Landing on Mars and building, having a multi-planetary species. I mean, that's just one thing. We're just focusing on the moment with SpaceX being the biggest part of the fund. I think over 30%, which really is, extremely weighted towards SpaceX. But why not? But also in there is ChatGPT as well. Some other great companies that you, again, at the moment can't buy individually or at all. So there you go. Leave me your thoughts down below in the description. If you want to look at the full chart where Sensei gave me a chart reading on this and try to work out the buying positions, it's just, honestly, I'm saying it and I've said it over and over again, even if it is only like the fourth video. I think this has the potential to be the greatest stock in history. Nothing to even compare to it. This is like a Tesla day. This is like an Apple day, Google day, any of those on steroids, because SpaceX, it's not just one planet. Where do we go after Mars? I don't know. Anyway, check out, will we even be alive to find out? I have no idea. Go and check out all the other videos in the series, much more information there. And it's healthy when it sells a little bit as well. Tap the like button if you want to share this out. Leave me a comment and I'll reply to all your comments. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. I have been scalping at over solid levels. Radiant smile. 3 scalps. Don't FOMO at random levels. Much love, and definitely do personal due diligence. Total scalp of today, $1,900 you made today. I just sold all my DXYZ. It hit 100. Screw it. Made around 40%. I mean, why not? I was nervous with the call report on Wednesday, said Rallo1. Oh, Rallo1, I'm glad you're here. I've got something for you. Rallo1. Sketchers, we're doing your event. I just wanted to confirm. I may have already done that, but I wanted to confirm again. Rallo1, have you seen your Sketchers video? Have you seen it? If you've already seen it, just tell me. I've done it. I've put it out. If you go to, and I apologize if I've already read it, told you. I don't remember, of course. I don't remember what I said yesterday, let alone today. But anyway, if you go here to YouTube and you type Martyn Lucas and you put, what is it? It is Sketchers. There it is. There's your review. I don't know if I did tell you or not. I can't remember. Yes, you did. Oh, okay. I already told you. Okay, great. I can take it off the list. For some reason, it was on the list and I couldn't remember. All right, there's your video. So let me take it off the list. Robbie Cooper. Robbie Cooper, you're here today, aren't you? Robbie, thank you. It was great. You're very welcome. Robbie, are you here? Robbie, are you here? Stacey Bailey, are you here as well? For some reason, I don't know if I'm not 100% certain. Robbie, did I see you earlier, a few minutes ago? Yes, you were here. Are you still here, Robbie? If you are, I did your video. So if you go snow like this, snowflake, there's your video. There's your video. Yes, I am. There's your video. It's all been done. Should you wish to promote it, if you want to, you don't have to. No obligation whatsoever, but if you want to, there is your video. in the chat. Thank you very much indeed, Snowflake. If you want to, you can do what's called a super thanks, not a super chat. And YouTube get a little bit of commission out of it, so they promote it because they make money from it. I will pin your comment at the top, highlight it. There it is. It's a comment below the video. That's what a super thanks looks like. All right, there's your video, and I'm pretty sure that Stacey Bailey knows about that. I'm sure I told Stacey. So I'm going to take that off the list. Is Wadey here? Is Jim Debussy, Jonathan Santos, and Vincent Vosberg? Are you guys here? Jonathan Santos, Todd Fletcher, Vincent Vosberg, Jim Debussy, or Wadey? Wadey, let's see if you're here. I've got so many that I'm doing now. Wadey, I don't know if Wadey's here. Jim Debussy, no. Vincent Vosberg, no. Todd Fletcher, Jonathan Santos. Any of you are in. If you're in, let me know. Okay, let me come back to here. I've got another review to do now. The bell's just going. And there it goes again. Destiny is going up now 72%. It just keeps on running and running and running. It can go forever at the moment. There's nothing to stop it. It's so small even at this level. It can keep on going. How's everybody feel not to be in this stock? Potentially the greatest stock ever. This is the first time since I began my investment career 2 months ago to make profit. What a feeling. Trick A. The feeling is quite fading as I watch the price continue to go up. Yes, it could keep running and running and running. There's nothing to stop it. It could go thousands of %. I know it sounds ridiculous to say it, but there really isn't anything to stop it. And the popularity of this stock when it reaches mainstream will go berserk. I can see people getting all over this soon and promoting it. No one's really talking about it. We're the only ones really talking about it. Yes, be grateful for your profits. Don't care about what you couldn't have had. Be appreciative of what you do have. Absolutely right. That's absolutely key. Absolutely key. Doesn't matter what you don't have. Thank you, Papa Martin, for talking about XYZ on the show today. I wasn't going to do it. I got reviews to do, but I thought, well, we have to just cover this. It's just right. I made a promise today, and I've got to come through. I've got to come through. So that's what I intend to do. It's SMX. Let me do it. Right. Look at that. Have you ever seen anything like it? Okay. SMX. SMX. 14 cents. Oh my gosh. Okay. Don't worry, you are doing great and taking smart profits. 40% is just when the new guy's up 40% and blindly holding you down. Yes, exactly. Very smart move. Of course it is. Absolutely right. Damn Luna holding me down hard. Dipped below $5 today. I wasn't worried about it going down. I was worried about it going up. Yeah, that's the way it goes though, right? Anyway. So here we go. Let's move on. Next stock. Now, what is this? A trusted partner with advanced technology in our DNA. SMX is both platform enhancing and empowering you to achieve your goals, no matter how expansive you are. Aligned for impact. Platform, advanced technology, SMX, critical capabilities of commercial and government organizations. Broad mission view, targeted solutions, data analytics, cloud, digital transformation. Okay, our partners. What's the history of this? Where's this company based? Ireland. Okay. Let me have a look. I like to look at it before I start talking about it. April 2nd. Okay. Right. Just putting this together best way possible. Where is why is it not talking to its investors? Small business. Customer spotlights. Resource. It's a very messy website. Really, it's hard to work out what this is. Okay. I'm getting a feel for it. Okay. I'm not surprised Destiny is holding up. It sold off, people took profit, and now it's going straight back up higher again. Okay. We've got it now. SMX. 115. Okay. Let me look at this numbers here. All right, I've got a flavor of this. All right, okay, ready? Time for another stock review. This time we are talking SMX, not BMX. Remember that from the 80s, 90s? Yep, I know. Is that still going? SMX. Now we're talking AI, kind of, sort of. A little bit confusing, I will tell you. So some conflicting information I'm picking up here. And nevertheless, I've been asked to cover it, so I will. In this review, I'm going to share with you the balance sheet. I'm going to share with you the profit, the loss, inside trading, trending, what's going on, intrinsic value, all that kind of stuff. I'm also going to let you know what is this company, what is it about, what's their latest news, what's their mission. All of that's coming up in this video. Interesting one. I'm going to reserve my opinion until we get into it. I'd rather share with you what it's all about. But there you go. Now, if this is interesting to you, please do tap the like button and leave a comment below. I will respond, and I will personally answer all of my members. I do see the non-members' questions, but I always reply to the members, every single one. If you enjoy this and you make some money, join me on Friday nights. Every Friday night, I have a music concert. We have a lot of fun on my music channel. Here is the music channel every Friday night here. And I was voted by Elton John as the world piano man. And we have a lot of beer and drink and have a party at the end of the week. You might like to join me for that. The links are below. But this is my studio, my music studio. Where I am now, behind me, is where I go and party on a Friday night. Anyway, beside any of that, let's get straight back into SMX. What is it? Can you make money from it? That's what it's all about. We're investors, right? Can you make money out of this stock? Can we turn the money printer on and make money out of it? I will tell you right now off the bat, this is a rather complicated stock. It's a penny stock, of course. It's down at 14 cents. This was requested by one of my members. If you are a member of my channel, you can request a review and I'll do it for you. So without further ado, let's go straight into it. What is SMX? It's only been out very briefly. It came out in December 21. So it's been around for about 3 years. So that's quite recent, really. It popped up. $218. Now remember, we may have had reverse splits now, so it may not have been that price, but that's where it is today if we've kept it on the index. We went sideways for 22 for the whole nearly a year. We went sideways for a year. Very unusual. And of course, it wasn't completely straight line, of course. There was activity during that period of time. But nevertheless, we went pretty straight. I mean, obviously there were movements in there, but pretty straight for nearly a whole year. January all the way through. Yeah, literally a year of inactivity. That's very rare you see that. Why was that? Well, I've been trying to find out. I've not been able to find out yet, but I'd like to look on the investor pages and see why. Anyway, after that, we crashed down. we crashed down, and if I go show you here, straight down, people took profits, thought, okay, we can pop this, and boom, straight back down, and all the way down. We've been going sideways now, doing very little for ages. $3, now $1, $2, you get the idea. We're a penny stock. Very unusual. Looks more like not a sine wave, a digital wave, a zeros and ones wave there. Anyway, that's beside the point. What is it? Well, SMX, Security Matters PLC, is a company which engages in the provision for authentication solutions. The company was founded in July the 1st, 2022, and is headquartered in Dublin, Ireland. Listed name is SMX, Security Matters, public company. There you go. Now, it's in Dublin. 3 employees, Hagai Alon, very, very small company, obviously. And if you're buying it on margins, 100%, it's regarded extremely high risk. Average volume, 3.8 million, and today's volume, 1.46. No dividend, of course. It's a growth stock. It's losing money, negative 0.03. Market cap, 874,000. It's not even a $1 million company. So it's a very, very, very small company, $874,000. It's like, flipping heck, I could just buy the whole thing, right? Anyway, the market cap is $874,000. It's I don't know, have we seen a publicly traded company that cheap before? You can buy the whole thing for under $1 million. Anyway. This is not something I would invest in on any day whatsoever. I wouldn't go that low. It just seems crazy. Anyway, 14 cents right now. I would imagine that they've had reverse splits. I don't know without looking at all the SEC filings, but I would imagine they have. Scrolling on down then, let's have a little look. There's very little information here. And straight away, the worst stock in the world. If you see Mullen come up as the top stock that other people are investing in, you got to think to yourself, is this a good stock? Because Mullen is the worst stock ever. It's a scam stock. It was designed by Dave Mitchery, who's taken at least 5 companies bankrupt and keeps doing the same thing because people are always greedy and always come back for another go of it. Alt Alliance. Oh my gosh. The second worst stock. Already, folks, the fact that these people are buying this stock, it's an absolute 100% no. Absolutely. Faraday going bust. No. C3IS. No. Terrible. I don't know about Camber. I'm not reviewed Camber. But no. The people that are buying these stocks are all rubbish, like the worst stocks on the market. That ain't enough. And I've always said, it's the company that you keep is the company who you are. If you associate with vagabonds and thieves, you'll be a vagabond and thief. All right. You want to associate with billionaires, intelligent people, you'll probably be one because you mix with the right people and you become one. You keep company of these people, then you might as well, you know what's going on here. I don't even need to carry on, but I will, because I've been asked to cover it. Okay, this is ridiculous, right? Anyway, tap the like button if you think that this is ridiculous. Tap the like button if you think it's great. Either way, tap the like button. All right, Vaz has just come in and gone rubbish. Radiant Smile, bust. 3 employees. Yep, that includes the marketing department to hire me. That's right. Can we turn the money printer on? For this one, I doubt it, but there we go. We'll try for you, but I don't know if it's going to come off. Anyway, let's have a quick look at the business. Now, I went to look at the website. Now, at the end of the day, remember, you've got 3 employees. So one of them is in charge of the website. This tells you, this is the marketing department, the public relations, whatever. As soon as I discovered that page, I thought, that doesn't add up. Right, look at this. This is the resources, and look how it's laid out. It's laid out, a 5-year-old could have built this website. It's rubbish. What's more importantly, I was looking for the investor relations page, And there's none. There's no information on this website for the investors. If the company don't supply investors any reason to buy it, why would you buy it? And now this concerns me as well. This concerns me. If we look here for partners, this is some news. We'll come on to the news in a minute if I can be bothered to read it, to be quite honest. This is about the company, their mission. But I was just looking a few moments ago. For some reason, I haven't got that page open now. Their partners. They've got on their website, their partners are Google and Amazon and the biggest companies, you know, Google Cloud and all these things. And I'm thinking, you're 14 cents. You are not even $1 million company and you've partnered with Google. In what way? Making the tea or what? What part of partnering with Google are you doing? I'm just a little bit concerned that this website looks a little bit rubbish. Oh, hang on, I've just found something else out. Let me just check I'm right before I say it. Hang on a minute. Let me just double check this. Let me just double check this before I say it. Let me just double check. I'm going to do this in real time, so bear with me. I want to just check if I've got this right. Is this true? Copy that. I'm just double checking something. No, it's okay. That's okay. I wanted to double check their security, the website. No, the website's fine. Just wanted to be clear, but it didn't look like it was, but it is. Anyway, I've got the partners here. Once again, look at this. This is their partners. I find this a little bit hard to believe with such a company of such low level. We've got this is AWS, of course, Amazon, Microsoft, the cloud. But look at the way it's laid out. Something speaks to me here, and it doesn't make sense. You remember when I looked at the other stock the other day, AULT? It was the same thing. It was Alt. That looked very dodgy. This looks the same. This does not look right to me. And the fact that there's no investor pages that I can see, and I've spent a few minutes looking over it. I literally read through all the pages, and I couldn't see any investor information, and that concerns me. Anyway, I'm not going to bother going through the website. I think you can clearly see it's not that impressive. Harness the transformative power of technology to achieve mission success. At AMX, we are a team of technical and domain experts dedicated to enabling your mission. We're domain experts, so you know about building websites where you don't know how to build your own website. From priority national security initiatives to the DoD to highly assured and compliant solutions to healthcare, we understand that digital transformation is key to your future success. We share your vision for the future. Like, do you know what? It's just their own words telling you how great they are. I get a sense of this. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't want to waste your time looking at that. Let me go over to. Let me look at the numbers. Right? Let me look at the numbers. This is a little bit concerning. Let's see if the numbers add up. So I'm going to go straight into it now. Intrinsic value is saying that we're undervalued by 97%. Now, when we see such wild valuations, we've seen the same thing with Mullen. Not Mullen, we probably have. But with Fisker, we had $400 valuation, even though the stock was down at like 9 cents. It's because an intrinsic valuation cannot be taken on its own, and it's only as good as the information that you have. If you don't have all the information, you have cash in the bank and you have customers. You can make the intrinsic value look good, but there's bits missing. And if we see here, it does give us the warning: the intrinsic value estimate is unreliable. Now, unreliable can be still a guide, but I am very dubious that we're undervalued by 97% when I look at this. Let me scroll down. Financials. Not supplied any financials. Right? Operating income is negative 5.6 million. Remember, the company's worth less than $1 million already. Down 34%. Operating cash flow is up 27%. But look at these dates. This is from 2022, 2 years ago. Are they not reporting anymore? Hence why there's no investor page, because you couldn't put the investor. Oh my God, why am I doing this? The investor page isn't even on their website. They're not even talking to the investors because they're not posting financials. Look at this. There's 2022. There's no updated information. They're not providing anything information. 129 million. Well, that was back in whenever this was. I mean, 2022 probably. We're under $1 million now. So this isn't reliable. We've got no information here. Profitability score 38. Everything's negative. I'm surprised it's as high as that, actually. Now, again, that shows you manipulation, because we have seen scores lower than 38%, with some ticks here, some negative, some positive information. It's because of the lack of information, it's making it look better than it actually is. I think it's worse than that. And solvency score, there's no way its solvency score is 66. No way at all, because it's manipulated the figures. It hasn't provided enough figures. So what can I say? This is, I mean, the market cap was 4.2 million. That was 2 years ago. And this software, we pick up the software that's applied, the data that's applied within seconds, and we haven't had anything for 2 years. So three unemployees. I'm going to say that 3 unemployees, market cap of under $1 million. I'm just sharing you this. So anyway, I've got to wrap this review up. This is the most ridiculous review I've done. This is worse than Mullen. I refuse to do a Mullen review. All right, okay. So let me wrap this up. How can I be clear? Do not buy this. Don't touch this in a million years. There's no investor information. Figures are missing. There's been no reporting for 2 years. We're partnered apparently with Google and Amazon and Microsoft, the best people there are, and yet the website looked like it was built by a child. There's no market cap. There's no money. I could make up a business in 3 seconds that looked better than this. So there you go. So my opinion on this stock would be, click above my head, down below in the description, over here and over here for more information. Do not buy it. This is rubbish. And yeah, see, just shows you, doesn't it? Not all companies are great. This one is rubbish. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. There you go. What can I make about that one? Why is C3IS terrible? You never went to their website to see their financial operation highlights during the review, so you missed a lot. What do you mean? I didn't miss anything. I wasn't reviewing C3IS. I wasn't reviewing C3IS Trick A. This wasn't a C3IS review. I've already done C3IS. I've looked at them before. So anyway, did you get to see the eclipse? Yes, I did. It was great. Congratulations on DYX. DXYZ. Absolutely fantastic. And it's still running, by the way. It's still going. Very, very nice indeed. Brilliant. Definitely long play, knowing 30% is in SpaceX. Radiant Smile, that 30% will certainly be diluted once they add more into their portfolio. Currently only 1/3 full of portfolio. That's a very good point. I don't like the other private stocks involved. No, I thought I wouldn't be interested at all in... I wouldn't be interested at all in, what's it called? Discord. I use Discord, but Discord don't make any money. I don't know how they make any money. Anyway, look, SMX, as we started talking about it, it's tanking. Bye-bye. See you later. If anyone's got this now, you're probably dumping it. Because if anyone sells about 10 shares, the company will be zero. So just be careful, right? Anyway, let's get that off the screen. We don't do stuff like that. I don't like the other private company. Instacart. I like Instacart. Martyn, for once, is giving financial advice. He said, no, I totally agree with your opinion, Martyn. Yeah, I'm giving financial advice. Do not buy this. You did review C3IS. Yeah, but not today. This review wasn't you're complaining because I didn't show the website of C3IS. This wasn't a C3IS review, was it? This was SMX, whatever it is. Anyone just didn't check out all the information. That's all. Only looked at the numbers. I can't remember what I did on the last review. That review was done weeks ago. I can't remember what I said on that review. I mean, I've got no idea. Let's see if I can remind myself. You're asking me about a review I did sometime in the past, and I've got no idea. I mean, am I supposed to remember or what? Let's have a look. Martyn Lucas. What was it called? What was the name of it? C3IS. C3IS. Did I do that? It sounds familiar. Yeah, there you go. Oh, 6 days ago. 6 days ago. What did I say? There you go. Let's have a quick listen. I can't remember what I said. Flippin' heck. C3IS. Time for another stock review. This time C3, not PO. I'll talk to you about my Star Wars connection in a minute, but C3IS. We're talking transportation. Can you make money from this stock? We're going to go through all the figures and hopefully give you the opportunity to decide whether it's right or wrong for you to buy, hold, or sell. We'll also run a poll on X and you can vote in it. And we're going to... literally, 6 million for a transportation company. It's nothing at all. All right, so there you go. It's going to have to raise more funds. It just couldn't operate. I mean, how would it pay its wages? It's scalp trade at best with a stop trail order. That's the best I can say about it. It's the lowest stock I've ever looked at. 4 cents is virtually nothing. I mean, we have a market cap at the moment. What's the market cap? The market cap at the moment is 5.9 million. I mean, literally. 6 million for a transportation company. It's nothing at all. I remember now. I remember this one. Yeah, it was out of Greece. Greece is a bankrupt country. It's 4 cents. It's got no money. That's right. That's right. That's another one. Why are you guys giving me such strange stocks? Anyway, surprised Elon Musk hasn't said anything about it. Radiant smile all the way. By the way, this Discord makes money through their Nitro sub. I appreciate that, but not enough, really, does it? I'd like to know. I am sure you knew this, Martyn, or I am missing. Yes, I know that because people can Nitro sub my channel. Yes, I did know that. I've got someone doing it in a moment, actually. Look, some very kind person is promoting our channel right now. Look at this. We're on level 2. Look, 2 out of 7 boosts. Who's doing this? Does it say, look, you can boost the server, promote our server? Who did it? Does it tell me who did it? But yeah, look, I don't think it does. You can go onto the server, goal level 2. Look at that. We've got people boosting our server. If you ever boost the server, by the way, let me know. Take a picture or something, because I don't know. Because I would like to thank you, because it really, really helps. All right? So, yeah, they make money out of that, I guess. But I don't know what the percentage is. I'd imagine the majority goes to the server, to me. I don't know how much they make. I don't know. I have no idea. Anyway, there we go. I sold before the market closed, got my profit back in tomorrow. Yes, they do make money. Sensei, but how much? How much do they make? Can you find out? Radiant, just 30 shares. No, that's not my complaint. I was saying that back during the review, when you did it, you only looked at the numbers. You didn't check on their financial and operational outlook page. I can't remember, Trey. I honestly can't remember now, mate. If you want me to review it again, give me a super chat and I'll do it. But I normally cover the numbers. What was the reason? You're saying I didn't cover the numbers. What was it called? C3IS on the NASDAQ. This is the back test. I did show the numbers. I shared this. What do you mean? You said I didn't. When you did it, you only looked at the numbers. You didn't check out their financial and operational outlook page. Yeah, I showed the financials here, right? I mean, there's a limit to what I can do on a review. You know, I could spend days on one stock. I mean, I can't go through every filing. The review would be hours long. I mean, I don't know. Sorry about that, Triquet. I just can't do everything, I guess. What about the Pepsi deal? What Pepsi deal? What's that? Miscommunication is too easy when typing. I know. Triquet, don't worry about it, mate. We're all good. Check links for YouTube. You'll see what... Oh, okay. Links for YouTube. All right. Right, let's have a look. C3IS. Reports revenue of 13.8 million. This is the... on March 26. Yes. Okay. Hang on. C3IS. April the 2nd. Oh, I see. Right. I made the video on April the 2nd and I didn't talk about the earnings on March 26th. Yes, you're right. I didn't. Because they hadn't been reported to Alpha Spread. That's why. You're absolutely correct. They have it on their website. You're absolutely correct. They have it on their website. You're absolutely right. But no, I didn't report on that. I tell you what, I appreciate you saying this because I'm going to take this on board. Even though we're going round on a stock here that I'm not even doing today, I appreciate you checking me because I'll tell you why. And this is a good thing. And I appreciate you bringing this to my attention, Triquet, because you're absolutely right. I didn't cover it in the report because they haven't reported their filings to Alpha Spread. You're absolutely right. It's not in here. So I couldn't say it. Okay? However, it's on their website. You're absolutely correct. It's on their website. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do going forward. So you have just helped everybody now and you've helped me provide a better service. If their earnings is just out, and this was literally a couple of days before I made the review, if it's out and it hasn't arrived at Alpha Spread, I can pick it up from their website. Yes, it's more work for me. That's fine. And I can read it out. And I could have covered this. And I think it's important to do that because if an earnings has just come out, and we're making a video a day or so just after, and it hasn't arrived yet on Alpha Spread, then at least I can cover it and bring it into the review. And that would be a good idea. That's a good suggestion. So I'm going to make a mental note of that now. When I'm doing a review and we don't have the latest filing, look on their pages, find the report, and at least read out the headlines. I don't have to read out everything. Obviously, the reviews will be 3 hours long, but read out the headlines. So thank you for bringing that to my attention. You're right. I missed it. It's a good idea, and you're dead right. I should do that. What about the Pepsi deal? What Pepsi deal? The video got decent views. I think you had also showed that page during the review. Would have done better. Yes, Triquet, you're probably right. So I take what you say. What about the deal with SMX and Pepsi? C3. What about the deal with SMX and Pepsi? I don't know. What about what deal? Flipping it. It might cross your mind, guys, but I don't know every deal about everything with everybody. That's why I have a research team who send in links for YouTube. Right? If you want things in the reviews that you want me to cover, links for YouTube. That's what it's there for. Are you having a laugh, Kevin B? What about the review? What about what Fred Blogg said? What about what the tea lady said to the dustman on the way down to the bins? Right? Flippin' heck. Right? Am I going to... I'm only human, guys. I can't know about every deal with everything, with every stock, with every person that everyone's... right. Anyway, what about the deal with SMX and Pepsi? I don't know. There was nothing on that. What? I think I did it once. Sensei Crypto. I think I did it once. What was that? I don't know if I boosted it, but it did not. I don't know. I boosted it, but I did. But Nitro this past month. Thank you, Seth. Yeah. What happens? Just so you know, if you like Discord, if you enjoy Discord, and you do a Nitro boost, it gives a tip to the channel. It gives a tip to me running Discord.
#1 channel on YouTube. Thanks, Martyn.
You're welcome. I've taken it on board, and I shall do it now for you next time. Anyway. Yes. You say everything is garbage. I think the point of Discord being in their portfolio in a small percentage is because I think it's very popular and has very long-term growth. And while it's still a private company, it's undervalued. Okay, fair enough. Revenue, 428 million. The company generates revenue from various sources such as premium subscriptions, game sales, and membership fees, and server boosting. There you go. Triquet, everything. 2 stocks. Yeah, everything. You did cover the numbers. Only the numbers. What I'm talking about is the page on their website. Yes, and I'm looking at it now. So now I know. Wow, 428 million revenue for Discord. Not bad. It's a growth company for sure, I believe, while it's still private. I've read that. Only reason I'm bringing it up is because they explain their purchase of ships and what they are doing this year. Brilliant. Market is now pricing. Great. I mean, we're always learning, and I'm always learning, and I think you're right. Finding their earnings report, if it's not available on Alpha Spread, is a very good idea. I'm totally with you. I'm right there. I'm right with you. All right. Market is now pricing in a 50-50 if there will be a rate cut in June. What do you think? I've stood by it for a year and a half. That I'm going to stand by a rate cut, a 0.25. I absolutely am going to stand by that. What about SMX Pepsi deal? Kevin B, you keep mentioning that. I don't know, do I? I can't know about every stock deal, every trade deal, every number, every this. How the hell? I've done like nearly 200 stock reviews. I'm one person. I rely on my AI, my sources, my information, my you guys in research team, everything. I can't possibly know about every element ahead of time. That page explains them purchasing more ships, their plans. You didn't cover that. Tilray earnings tomorrow. No, I didn't cover that. I didn't cover that SMX deal with Pepsi. You're right. Is there one? How would I know? How would I know? It didn't sell on their website. Have you found it on their website? Anyway, Tilray earnings tomorrow. Yes, you didn't cover Pepsi SMX news. Like, that should be a positive. Yes, I'm sure it would be a positive. But they're not advertising it on the website, are they? I didn't see it jump out to me. You didn't send in links for YouTube. It doesn't say it on the alpha spread. How am I supposed to know? Anyway, thank you ever so much, Trey K. Destiny blowing up. Yes. Oh my God, it's going again. Look at that. $1 million today.
Give the man a break, Martyn, for a beer. Cheers. Smirking face.
Do you know what? I'm going to have a beer. I'm going to go and get a beer. I am definitely going to get a beer. Yeah, definitely. Here we go. Right, I've got a beer. I absolutely have a beer. I absolutely need a beer. And here it is. There's my beer. There you go. What am I drinking? I've gone for a platinum. I've gone big time. There you go. Bud Light Platinum. There you go. You're damn right I need a beer. Cheers, everybody. Oh, that's better. That is better. Destiny's blowing up. Yes, it is. Destiny, 107. Yep, 107. Chris Schultz, yeah, because I sold it at close. Hey, don't worry about it. After hours, Martin, 108 now. 2,100 today total. This third swing, 800 plus now. Swinging overnight. I used to think that links for YouTube meant YouTube links. Any news link, right? Yes, it's links for YouTube. Links for YouTube. Oh my God. I used to think links for YouTube meant only YouTube links. No, it's for the show. Links for the show. I could call it links for the flipping heck. Look at this. Seriously, guys. How much money today? This is the greatest stock in the history of the world. I mean, I can't say anything about this. What can I say? You can buy SpaceX. I mean, this is crazy good. They have a deal on beer in your local corner shop. Bet you didn't know about this deal either. Hey, Vaz, they have a deal on beer in your local corner shop. I bet you didn't know about that deal either. No, I didn't. I also don't know what's being said next door in the house. I don't know what's going on right now. I might miss it. I don't know. I was suspicious that big investors would get in today after close because today was a big day for DXYZ. I think a lot of money is coming in tonight. My hoodie comes tomorrow and the infamous leggings say Wednesday, the infamous. Give this man a break. Martin for a beer. Cheers, Sebastian, mate. I appreciate it. Just me and Sebastian. I'm getting a hard time here. How do I not know everything? Whew. Oh my God. Right, where are we? Okay. Destiny might be the new AMD. I think it's AMD's rubbish. This is something different altogether. Glad I bought in Destiny. Thanks, Martin. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. We told you 2 days ago. In fact, we were telling you at $8. This is where I have to really, really, really. This is where I have to really, really have discipline. No, I put in uploading now again. Links for YouTube. Right. Links for YouTube. Kevin B. Security Matters and Pepsi. Right. Don't be misled. SMX Security PLC sub-dollar stock pick. This company is doing groundbreaking work with some of the world's leading conglomerates. However, because SMBX touts this work only through SEC filings and occasional social media posts, those not following closely or willing to do some diligence will likely miss the news, and at the same time, the evidence. Okay. Right. Okay. Bear with me. You should thank me. No, you should thank me. Ben, been watching like a dog and his bone. Martin, I'm scared now. DXYZ. This is the thing. I'm in 112. Martin, could you justify diversing into ETFs? I know you want to be impartial for the channel, but perhaps a small suite of ETFs could add some price, some spice. I'm just making sure you read the comments. I'm not beating you up, just being sure you saw, as I am sure there's a lot missed. Don't take it. No, I don't. And I appreciate, I know we're all joking and everyone's going, you're giving Martin a hard time. It's fine. I'm here to take a hard time. I'm here to learn. I'm here to listen. I'm here to improve. I make mistakes. I want to get better. So it's not a problem. Not a problem. I want my reviews to be the better and better, not be complacent, not go look at me. I've got 21,000 subscribers, all that stuff. Well, soon we'll have. I want to learn. So let me come back to that in a second. So quickly, it's what are we now? 2 hours. We are back on top again on Google. Look at that. We are back on top. Look at that. We are back on top. Sensei, your video, number 1 on Google. Not number 1 on YouTube. Number 1 on Google. Look at that. DXYZ. Number 1 on YouTube. Sorry, on Google. Absolutely great. Oh, this has never happened before. Look, number 1 not just on videos, but on the homepage. DXYZ. Sensei, a big moment for me and you. DXYZ stock, homepage of Google. Boom. Look at that on the homepage. We are now trending. We are on the homepage of Google, and we are 3 from the top behind Seeking Alpha and NBC. Massive. Huge. Look at that. Massive. We've never been. We are nearly number one. That is not just for videos. That is for the stock. DXYZ. Number one. I cannot believe it. This is absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. We are trending. We are number one video in the world, and we are number 4 on the homepage. Get in. Sensei, you should call in, mate. That is a very, very, very big moment for our channel. Very big moment for our channel. That is absolutely bonkers, brilliant, fantastic, ace, and I'm loving it. Just saying. This is awesome. Anyway, that being said, right, okay. And what can I do now? That's no good. I cannot believe this is great. That's rubbish. There's so little information about it. Do you know what? That's rubbish. Everyone's not even paying attention. They're not paying attention. They're all getting fat doing nothing. They're not even noticing what's going on. All right, I'm going to do this. Got Sensei on the phone. He's probably coming in to show off and say, look at me, a number one on Google. Yeah, I know. Let's bring him in. Sensei, how are you, mate?
I'm doing well. Thank you, Martin. How are you doing?
I'm all right. If you just called in you just want to be here, don't you? You want to put your face on the camera because we're number one video on Google, not YouTube, Google, and you just want to be calling in just to soak it all up, don't you?
Yeah, exactly. I'm just here to gloat.
You know why, though? Not because of the amazing content that you put in the middle of the video. It's the bit at the beginning when I say, ladies and gentlemen, here's Sensei. It's that bit. That's the bit that sets it all off. If it wasn't for that bit, I doubt if you'd even know about it.
No, exactly. It's all the hard work you put in, and it really is. It's you've built everything's you. You've built the channel. You've made it rank, and we've caught onto Destiny very, very, very early on. So it's all thanks to you. But it's very, very exciting, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it really is. I have to say I regret a bit not. Hang on, let's cover this then. Let's make a video because right. Hang on, we got that. We might as well, as I've got you on the phone, we might as well at least cover this for a second then. Hang on then. Let's go here. Right, okay. Akeen, thank you very much indeed for that. for your subscription. Breaking news here, Destiny Tech, DXYZ, probably the best stock ever. Live on the phone, I got a star guest. You don't want to miss it. This is really, really great. This is, look at this. This is the information. We're going to cover this in more detail, and we're also going to look at the stock and bring my star guest in. But also, I'm going to share with you, today, we have ranked #1 video in the world, not on YouTube, but on Google. Look at this, folks. Look at this. If you type in DXYZ stock into Google, incognito, DXYZ stock, you got CNBC. Oh, fair enough. They're quite famous, aren't they? CNBC. You got Seeking Alpha. Seeking Alpha, they're famous too. Hello, who's this? Me and Sensei, right there. Do you like that? That looks good. Do you like that? I like that. So we're now the #1 video, but we're also the #4 post. And I didn't cheat. I didn't type DXY stock with Martyn Lucas or Sensei. I didn't do that. I just kept it as it was. Anyway, that being said, we want to talk to Sensei right now because Sensei's live on the phone for us. And look at the stock. I said to you, we even started talking about this when it was $8. I said it's 1,000%. And that's when we got to this point here. I called it a couple of days before the 1,000%. Then I said it would drop, which it did, because people took profits. I said, you got to 1,000%, right? Then it kept running up and it's gone down again. This is very, very healthy. If we just come back a week, that's a very, very healthy chart because you can see it rising, people taking profit, it dropping and going up, but it just keeps on rising. Now, Sensei is going to give us perhaps a bit of information. I'm going to share with you the website as well. What do you get in this stock? It's the first time ever anyone has been able to, in this way, be able to buy SpaceX, 34.6%. And what's the potential of SpaceX? Your guess is as good as mine. When we start landing on Mars and someone decides that Mars belongs to America and the Russians go, well, actually, no, we'd like to own Mars. I don't know what's coming next, but what's the value of all this? I don't know. But somebody who might know is the man who appears on the thumbnail of the video, is #1 video on Google right now. Here he is, Sensei Crypto, my mate. How are you, mate?
I'm doing very well. Thank you, Martyn, for giving me the opportunity to be on your channel and to be featured on Google.
Yeah. So how did we find out about this stock? Did someone mention it to you, me? I can't take credit for this. Who was it who mentioned it?
Yeah, I think you had to look at it first, Martyn. But yes, on the Sunday show where we try to go through all our members' requests, as many as we can do. I don't remember who it was. Maybe someone can remind us in the chat. But I saw the request. I had a look at it. Normally we just do chart requests, but then I had a look at the stock. It looked very interesting, so I decided to do a video on it. And one thing which was different to normal, not only did I just do a video on it, I did a little fundamental look as well because I saw how interesting it looked. I saw that it's only been trading for a couple weeks. I saw the potential of the stock. And because I've been studying market sentiment and analysis for many years now, it was one of those times where I thought I need to get this information out as a full video, do a quick look at the stock. And because I know about market sentiment and how people view the stock, for the first time ever, when I normally say how I'm going to get into the stock, and normally I have my buy levels lower, it was the first time I said, this time I will be buying this stock at whatever price it was. And it was $50 or $58 or something. This morning, that was the first buy level, and I was happy to get in even after the pump because the potential was there. If it goes lower, then of course I'll add to my bags, but it was one of those times where, because of the amount I've been studying stocks and sentiment and crypto sentiment, I knew that this stock had the momentum behind it to continue going, so I was very, very happy to buy it at market price. So it's very exciting. I mean, I can have a quick look at the chart for you guys. At just below $60, and today, of course, we all know it's up 68% on trading and 8% in market after hours. So in one day, we've doubled our money again. I'm not giving financial advice. I'm just giving my thoughts and my experience in the markets, and that's why it really stood out to me. And we did a very full analysis on it because it stood out so much. So that the price is 108. How high can it go? That your guess is as good as mine. It's probably going to be a volatile journey. It's only 644 million market cap. We've been saying it's probably going to go above a few billion. And the institutions will be getting in now. There will be a lot of FOMO. I don't think there's going to be many short sellers. The momentum's too high to be doing that. So there's probably still money to be made with the stock. My target, I would say, is $1,000. So that's my long-term target on this. Maybe it happens within a few months. Maybe it happens within a year. But $1,000, I think that's the area that I'm looking at taking profits of the XYZ.
Wow. Yeah. it's a difficult one today, and I think it's important to talk about this because we've got people in the chat now, radiant smiles, going, "Someone tell me to buy it." We've got all kinds of emotions now, and we really want to take grip of ourselves here and really, think about this. FOMO, fear of missing out, very, very dangerous sentiment that is. And you've got to know your objectives. It doesn't matter what you didn't make. It's what matters is what you have made and what you do with it, and protect your money. Because if you consistently make small gains, you'll achieve your goals and you'll achieve financial independence and freedom, which is at the end of the day what you're doing this for. But yes, it is hard when you see a stock like this, which you see and you predict and then you just do nothing. For me, it's a real wrench because I've decided to only be in the S&P, not to be pumping and dumping, to focus on the bigger picture, which is the show and building the honesty about it. This could be one of those stocks that, I could be pumping like crazy, like a AMC, a GameStop, even though it's not shorting, of course, it's just buy-ins. And then be seen to be pumping something and then dumping it or whatever. And I just, even though that might make me personally a lot of money today, I mean, think about it. If you'd put $1 million in today, Sensei, you'd now have $1 billion. Sorry, $1 million a week ago when it was $8. You'd have $1 billion now. And some people might have done that. I don't know. I mean, crazy, isn't it?
It is crazy, and to add to that, I don't know if many people know. I don't even know if you know, but I'm in the exact same situation as you. Sometimes I say I'll be buying at this price because I don't want to be giving financial advice to anyone. That's as you see, I always have not financial advice because that's not what I'm here to do. Sometimes I say I'm buying at this price and I don't. I'm not actually in the stock. Even though I said I would be buying at $60, I'm not in the stock. A lot of the trades I've done in the past, I've seen go up thousands of percent, and I'm just not in it. The last 2 years, I've decided for myself that I'm not going to be investing in the markets heavily. I'm going to be putting my money into building myself, my education, all that sort of thing. So I am in the same boat as you. The FOMO is there. I also think, okay, what if I take all my money, put a few $1,000s or whatever it is into the stock, then I make money quickly. So I'm sat on the sidelines. It does hurt me when all the trades that we've done, Nikola, Tilray, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, lots of things. Obviously, I hold a bit of XRP and a few things, but I don't hold a lot, and I see all the gains. I'm here for the members. I'm here to give the trade setups. I'm here not to give financial advice, but give my opinions. So I've got the same exact feeling as you are probably feeling now with the fear of missing out. At the same time, that just talking about FOMO for a second, for example, with Destiny Tech 100, even though it was up 800%, that you always have to consider. You probably have your emotions, but you also need to consider that because the stock is so new and the momentum's behind it, other people are having FOMO, so you can play off that. Other people are going to be buying in, so you can be profiting off that. As long as you have your emotions in check, you know what you want to make. If $100 was your target, then take your money, leave it. If 200 is your target, know that it may not get there, but you're happy to lose your money. So with FOMO, it's a tricky one. You can play off other people's sentiment, and you can play off the rise. The momentum's there right now, so it's probably going to go higher. But you have to have your targets in place. Sometimes with FOMO, you might win one. You might make thousands of dollars with DXYZ because you got in with FOMO, and then the issue could be further down the line. You think you've done it once, you can do it again, and you end up losing 10 times the amount you made on one stock. So you always need to keep your emotions in check. You always need to take your breaks. I'm taking basically a 2-year break off the stock market. I'm taking basically a break in the bull market of the crypto cycle. So it does hurt me, but I think sometimes it's for the good of yourself, to keep your emotions in check. So yeah, I wanted to share that with everyone as well.
That's a very, very good point. A very, very good point, because you're looking at today thinking, oh my God, over a week, I could have made 1,000%, you know, oh my God, I've missed out of the deal of a lifetime, the stock of a lifetime. But it's not about today, is it? It's about the end game. It's, you know, in 20 years time when you retire, how much money have you got? And no one will care. And you certainly won't care where you are in 20 years time. You won't remember this day. You'll remember where you are overall now, what you've achieved. And you're absolutely right. I've been talking to a couple of people today in the chat that this is one of their first trades. And that is frightening, because they are on the edge of falling into what I did when I first started investing, thinking, oh, you remember the story about when I went to the party and told all the stock managers how clever I was because I knew all about Tesla and you should get on Tesla. And they all just smiled and thought, okay, let's see you in 6 months. And look what happened, you know. It didn't carry on quite the way I thought it was going to go, or Kathy Wood and $6,000 and all the rest of it. So if you win on this and think, there you go, it's all about space, Elon Musk, you can't go wrong. And then tomorrow you sink the money into something else and it all goes crashing down, you end up back where you started from, maybe even worse now because you put even more money in. And this is really important. I'm glad you brought that up about, you know, what comes next, because if you do, and this is really important, I thought about this today with a few people that have traded this. If you bought this morning and you've sold it today, you are going to pay, if you've done it on your brokerage, maximum capital gains tax. There's no way around it. If you've made $1,000 today and you are a 20% taxpayer, which is the average, $200, boom, is gone. They're going to tax you that at the end of the year. So your $1,000 you've got right now in your hand, if you then go out and put that on some other stock and you lose it, remember, you still owe the $200 you made on DXYZ. They're not going to forget that. Now, yes, you can put against a loss and you can post a tax loss, but you've got to manage that correctly. And if you do it, if you do it wrong, it won't count. If you buy back within 30 days and yada, yada, yada. But you could miss out on that and end up thinking that you've got all this money, you lose it somewhere else, but you still owe the $200 tax money end of the year, 20%. And some of you might pay 40% tax if you're a higher tax earner. So just bear that in mind as well. It's not always good winning so easily, because the question is then, what do you do? You know, and I would be feeling this now. If I was in today, or if I'd bought it last week and I was 1,000% up, at what point do you sell? You know, it's true to say in 5 years' time, who knows? You know, this could be $1,000 stock way beyond. You know, SpaceX is now on Mars and it's building cities and God knows what else. It can go on forever and ever and ever. But, you know, that's all pie in the sky right now. I mean, that's just, you know, brilliant. But wow. Keep talking to me, Sensei. And while you're talking to me, if you want to, that is, I'm just going to share with people a bit more about the product as well. I know you shared this on your video the other day, and I'm going to ask people at the end of this video, I'm going to put this out as a video by itself. I'll put a link at the end and in the description. Go and check out Sensei's video here. He made a video with the charts the other day and talked about it and gave you the entry points and exit points and all the rest of it. It's doing quite well. It's just come out, this video, and it's done nearly it's done 500 views. It's actually more than that. This is 24 hours behind, I believe. But this is very, very good considering it's just been posted. But look, if Sensei wants to, if you want to comment, Sensei, feel free. But we can see what the main stocks are over here. We've got SpaceX. Now, this is an important point, and I want to ask Sensei his opinion on this. At the moment, this is going to be a tech 100 company, like the S&P 500 companies. And I believe at the moment, So it's somewhere in the region of 30. So there's going to be more companies added. Now, let's be honest, you don't get bigger than SpaceX, 34%. What happens if we add another 20, 30 companies and they're not quite as good? And let's be honest, they're not going to be as good. I mean, these companies like Jeeves and Discord and Chime, Instacart, A to B, Stripe, these are all, not bad. OpenAI, whatever, but they're not SpaceX. Could we end up getting a devaluation, perhaps, if we end up adding all these companies? Have you got any thoughts on that, Sensei? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, we covered this slightly when I made the video, but we basically said that it's going to be diluted, the SpaceX equity. What I believe it's always going to be a significantly more than the other companies it's going to invest in. Let's say they have the whole 100 stocks. I wouldn't say I would be surprised if SpaceX was sort of under 10% at that point. The good thing is I do think SpaceX, as you can see by the amount they put in now, it will have a lead on the other ones. They will be investing more money in SpaceX, which I think is good, because SpaceX is the one that everyone wants to be in. But at the same time, the other companies they've put in, they are very growth focused companies. We have to remember SpaceX is probably very, very valued very highly in the billions and lots of billions. So many billions SpaceX is going to be valued at. So I think they're doing the right thing. I think there will be undervalued companies that they're going to be adding into their portfolio that could be giving more higher percentage returns than, let's say, SpaceX. SpaceX might be the steady one that will have steady fast growth, but there might be other companies that they're investing in that have higher growth but more risk. So as you said, I do think SpaceX will be devalued, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. They do have a vetting process, I saw, of what they want to add in, and high growth is one of them. And just looking at the chart right now, we've now got Destiny at I'm going to say is I do think this stock can go up to $1,000 in quite a quick short amount of time. That's not guaranteed, of course, but you just need to remember, if because you've made a lot of money quickly with DXYZ, it doesn't mean you what you've learned from this stock applies to everything else. This only happens in instances, in rare incidences where you just put money into a stock and it just goes up. There'll be plenty of stocks you might get in after thinking you can do the same thing, and then you end up losing everything. So you just need to have clear stop losses. This is the amount I'm willing to lose, or this is the amount that I either lose this much or I make this much. If Destiny drops below 100, I'm out. But if Destiny hits 1,000, that's my target. You just have to have them clear in your head, not deviate from them. Have them before you make the trade, before you buy. You know exactly where how much money you can lose and exactly how much you want to make, and that should be your how you should go ahead with any stock after DXYZ as well, because again, it can go up as quickly as it goes down with plenty of other stocks. But yeah, you just need to do your due diligence, do your own research, and just have a clear plan in your mind. And if you need to take a break off trading, then do that as well. But keep your money safe. You work hard to make your money, so keep it safe.
Sensei, stay right with me. There's Sensei giving his thoughts today. What do you make of all of that? So leave me your thoughts below, and we'll reply to all of the comments. Sensei will be able to see the comments as well, all the members we reply to. As you heard there, Sensei saying potentially this stock could rise to $1,000. I think I can agree with him. I think the potential of SpaceX is huge. No real competition there, of course. And it's extremely, extremely trendy and sexy. Look how everybody got behind Tesla. And let's be honest, SpaceX is even bigger than that. Way bigger than that. The potential, the dream element of it all, it can go and run and run and run. But you don't know, do you? Suddenly everyone could start to sell this and it could go down quicker than a stone falling off a cliff. I don't know. I don't see it. I think at the level where it is now, it has a long, long way to go. And there's a lot more to it. Like Sensei said, there's going to be new companies that are going to come in. That's going to dilute the power within the index of SpaceX power to influence the stock is going to go away. Maybe that's why they put it in first, knowing it would get the stock up and all the rest of it. Adding it at the end would have been a bit of a surprise, right? But there you go. What do you think? Click above my head for all the links down below in the description. Over here for the extra channel, we go live up to 12 hours a day behind the scenes. And this is the behind the scenes camera. On the extra channel is a separate network of a separate channel. Join us every Friday where we have a party, drink beer, and we have a bit of fun in the music channel. This is my music channel. That goes on as well behind me in the studio. Join me for that and you can have a beer with us. But for now though, I'm going to wrap up this video, and on the day that we've seen probably arguably one of the best stocks potentials of all time. Where are we going to be in a year from this? Will this be $1,000 stock that you could have bought for $8? It's a Tesla moment all over again. Where was you when this happened? Click above my head, down below the description. I'll put Sensei's charts and the other videos in the series. There's quite a lot now around this stock. DXYZ. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. All right, Sensei. Thanks for calling in, mate. I appreciate having you on the phone today. I think that's going to be great.
Yeah, of course. No, thank you for having me on the show. And I just want to say that there's always going to be opportunities in the market. You've been around for 2 years. We've seen all these stocks go up hundreds of percent, 1,000%. We've seen stocks go bankrupt. So that there's always going to be opportunities. Just because you miss out on one thing doesn't mean you won't be there for the next thing. So there's no need to suddenly your emotions being all over the place and thinking you've lost it all. You could have done this, you could have done that. You can't look in the past, you can only look in the future. And they're all, the stock market, the crypto market, everything is always full of opportunities. So just because you miss one thing doesn't mean you'll miss the next.
No, that's right. That's absolutely right. Is there anything else we want to cover before we go? Has everybody been answered? You also, I don't believe you covered the Wall Street upside. Kevin B. Flipping heck. Kevin B, I can't cover every element of every stock, of every fact, of every ins and every outs of everything. I do my best, and I have put my hands up today and said I can do better, I can learn more. And I am, because obviously you're very passionate about SMX, and perhaps you're a little bit frustrated that I didn't, talk about the thing that you want mentioned. So excuse me. So going forward, what I'm going to do is when we do a review, whoever it is who requested the review, links for YouTube, send in via Discord, things that you want me to cover. I'll do my best then to cover it. No promises, but I will do my best. I will add the financial report from the website if it's not available from Alpha Spread. I will do that. And of course, if I miss something and you want me to cover it, I will do a follow-up because you care and I care because you care. That's it. I'm here to serve my members and provide the best service. Just before I do that, I've got Sensei with me, so I'm just going to tell him. I had a conversation today. Some of you were there at the beginning of the conversation. A guy called me today from Seeking Alpha, which is like Alpha Spread, but much bigger. Alpha Spread has about 100,000 users a month. Seeking Alpha has 10 million users per month. It's a much bigger company based out of New York, whereas the Alpha Spread is based out of Europe. And they contacted me because they want me to provide a deal, if you like, to my members. And for those of you that were in the extra channel this morning, we started the conversation off. He didn't know he was going to be on camera, and I surprised him, which is the way I do things. I know it's not probably the right thing to do, but I did anyway. And he said he was fine talking on camera, but of course he couldn't speak for the company. And of course the company might not have wanted the onboarding process, the interview with me, to be broadcast. So I ended it out of courtesy. That's fair enough. So I wanted everyone to know why we ended it. Only fair, I thought. But anyway, I can now tell you what he said and how it benefits you. And hopefully it will help Sensei as well. Because they wanted to give me a deal where I can give a deal to my viewers. Now, if you go on to Seeking Alpha right now and you sign up, there is no free trial. You have to pay about $5 for the first month. There's no free trial. It's $5 for the first month, and you pay the full price.
Thank you for Dzai's champagne bottle, Rocket.
You're very welcome. I'm glad you've made some money from it. That's all part of the service up me and Sensei. Me and Sensei, you can see how Sensei smiled when that came in. We both feel the same way. We love when you make money. We win when you are happy. That's it. We don't have to get any benefit out of it financially. We just enjoy the fact that the members have made money. But if you have made money today and you are celebrating, consider taking profit. I don't want you coming on tomorrow going, now I've lost all my money because of you. Right? Because 1 minute it's we've made money because of you and Sensei. Now we've lost all our money. Well, you haven't lost money if you sell our view. Just bear that in mind. If it goes down tomorrow and you don't sell, you haven't lost any money either. Just bear that in mind. Anyway, so consequently, I spoke to him and I said, okay, great. So he said to me that I can now provide my members with a discount they can't get anywhere else, because that's what I asked for. And I specifically asked for that because they pay me a commission. If you sign up and you get the full-blown version, just like anybody, right? They give me a small commission. I don't know what the commission is exactly. Well, I got a good idea, but it varies. So I'm not fully, I haven't gone through all the red tape, so I won't tell you what it is until I've done that. But I get a commission. I said, hang on, I would rather my viewers get a better deal than me get more money. If there's a way to do that, if there's a way to give my viewers a better deal rather than me to make the most money, I would rather that, because I want them to get the best deal available. So they've given me the best deal available. Okay, so the point is, if you want Seeking Alpha and you sign up for it today, there's no free trial and it's maximum price. When I sign the contract, which will be sometime this week, there's a lot of paperwork to do and legal stuff to go through. If you are looking for it, wait, because my viewers will get the best price, and you can try it for a month, which is great, I thought, because that way you can try it without spending the $5, and then it automatically starts. I think you can cancel it, but at least you got to pay $5. With my deal, you'll get it for free for a month, and then you get the discount anyway. So I think that's really, really cool. And there's going to be some picks as well, some alpha picks, so you can get some suggestions. Like what we give you ideas, it'll give you ideas as well. So I just want to bring everybody up to date. That's pretty cool, isn't it, Sensei? They came to me
that's amazing. Yeah, I mean, it's great to have as many different ways to get the fundamentals and the analysis from as many different sources, so then we can make our own educated picks. So Seeking Alpha, of course, is one of I think it's probably the biggest one. So I'm very excited to get my hands on that as well. Thank you for doing that again. I mean, everything you're doing, I'm trying to do is always for the members and the viewers. So I'm very happy you even mentioned to them that you don't less commission for me, more for the members, the most you can do. So that's very kind, and we all appreciate it a lot. So thank you, and that's very, very, very exciting. Very excited.
Yeah, I'm excited. And I also mentioned about putting video to be a contributor, like I am on Alpha Spread as well. And that is really big for the channel, because it's based in America, and it will rank a lot higher than Alpha Spread does. And I've asked about putting my videos on on Seeking Alpha, and they don't do it right now. They have contributors who write reviews, but not videos. and I've asked them if I can do that. Because, and they don't even do it. He said, I said, because I want people to see my reviews, not just write them. I want it to be, this is what I think, putting my voice to it. So it's a real, I stand behind what I say. So I'm speaking with the guy who's in charge of that this week, I think, sometime this week. So that's exciting. And Meet Kevin doesn't have that, and he has nearly 2 million subscribers. He doesn't have that apparently. So they said, I mentioned him. He doesn't have that, but I said, well, I would like that. Well, you can only ask, can't you, Sensei?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's good having the video there as well. It will show people how. I mean, it will be beneficial for them as well, because it's how you're using it, how just an investor or a media channel is using it, their information, how they're putting it together in a video. I think it'll be good for them as well. So I look forward to hearing from what goes on in that meeting and what they say about it.
Yeah. Absolutely. So I'm going to let Sensei go now. If anybody wants to quickly ask him something, I've got to do this thing for Kevin B. Kevin B's asked me to mention this. Hasn't been covered by the media really. No, it hasn't. That's why we've ranked #1. And I really appreciate Sensei coming in today. So I'm going to keep on this and keep making great content and solidifying our place on the homepage of Google. It's one thing appearing #1 on YouTube. It's another to appear #1 on Google. I mean, that's a whole different level. So I'm extremely excited about that. So I'll put this video out tonight, and then we'll do some more. Anyway, I'm on their Discord. Kevin B, I don't see. Let me have a look. I think I've covered everything. Eric B, I thought I still think. Okay, so we don't know the reviews. And
yeah, Vaz, I don't think Martyn's going to start doing the writing reviews. Vaz just commented, it will be a waste of your precious time, Martyn, if you start writing reviews. You need to stick to what you're doing now. I think that's right.
Yeah, I couldn't. What I could do is, if I know that I'm about to produce a transcript, I can do that within a video. So I can speak knowing that it's going to be scripted out, and then you could submit that as a written review. I can do that. I'm pretty clued up, I think, how to do that. But if I do that, there's no and I've got to really think, because that will write it out. I mean, it would take too long to edit it and go back over it all and whatever. But so I've got no intention of writing anything out, or using AI. Would never do anything like that either. But if I was making a video where I thought this would be transcripted out as an actual script, then I'd have to think about what
I'm sure you could do it that way, but then I'd have to go back and edit it. And then I feel like you want to put your time towards the members as much as you can. And
I wouldn't be.
We've got a lot going on.
Yeah, it would take.
Team.
It would take a lot of my time, wouldn't it, if I started editing text and God knows what else. But yeah.
I just wanted to share one thing, Martyn, and get your opinion on it. It was gold. I remember we spoke about it when we were talking about the mining company and everything. And I just wanted to share this on the screen. Gold.
I spoke to Jeff yesterday.
Yeah, that's at 2,000.
Yeah.
Which is incredible for gold, and in a matter of 4 weeks, it's up 16%.
Yeah,
so that's very interesting. I'd say it's good for that mining company.
Yeah, Diverse Mineral Group, Jefferson Boots. Yeah. He called me up 2 days ago. It was Saturday. Or was it Sunday? Saturday. He called me up. He was back in Dallas. He's just come back from somewhere, Florida. He's back in Dallas, and he's flying out to Dubai next week to meet with some kings and sheiks of Dubai for private investors to get more money for the company. And I said, so how's it all going? Are we getting closer to public company at the New York Stock Exchange? He said, yes, we're very close. I asked him on a date. I said, could you give me a date? He said, I can't, legally, but we are very close. We're just tying up some final funding from these oil barons in Dubai and all the rest of it. So it's going to happen. We always knew it was going to happen, but I want the members to see it happen rather than just talk about it. But yeah, it's going to happen. So I'm very excited about that. Did you get in on that deal, Sensei?
No, I didn't, but I know a few members did, so it's very exciting.
A few did. I've got a convertible note. I've got $1,000 of a convertible note. That's what I have, and immediately I gain 10%. So I have 1,100. That's just the terms of the deal. And then when the stock lands on the New York Stock Exchange, I can contact Diverse Mineral Group. I can say, I want my convertible note converted into stock. And they will say, what brokerage are you on? And I'll say Robinhood, yada, yada, yada. And they will do that. They will issue my stocks and they will put it on Robinhood. But I will get a 30% discount. So let's say the stock is $1,000. I'm just making a number up. It IPO'd at $1,000. I will buy it at $700 with my 1,100 because I've already got 10%. So effectively 40% is the deal. And then of course you could sell it if you wanted to. If you wanted to sell it, you could sell it you've basically made 40% without doing anything, or keep it. But of course, gold is gone up a lot since this was talked about. So the value of their company is already, that $1,000 is already going up because they own a gold mine, right? So it's already gone up. It just hasn't been realized yet. And then just keep it there and whatever. But obviously now my channel has changed slightly. I'm probably going to sell it sooner than later just to turn it into the S&P. I don't know. I mean, obviously, I've got the ways I do things now, so I have to, bear that in mind. But yes, it's exciting. You were dead right. Gold doing well. You called that one. Jeff felt the same way. That's why he's trying to, open a gold mine.
Yeah, it's amazing, and the fact that relatively. I mean, it's a small channel, right? And you've managed to do things that the big channels haven't. The channels that are millions, they don't care about bringing that information and those deals to the members. I think it's unheard of for a channel at that time under 20,000, 15,000 subscribers to present a deal for people to get into a pre-IPO of a gold mine, and that's all thanks to you. So when the channel gets bigger and better, these things will only come more. You can see what we've managed to do when the channel was under 20,000. What can you do when the channel's at 100,000? So it's very, very exciting just seeing it that way as well. So thank you.
I'll tell you something else, shall I? This is a bit of a secret. How many people are watching? 42 members. We've got members only, pretty much.
Yeah,
members
it
only.
Looks like it.
Okay. I'll give you a little bit of inside information. It's not inside information. It's my inside information, right? It's my inside information. So it's inside information, but it's not illegal. It's my inside information. So, the other day I told you I was really frustrated with the cancellation of the ASTI interview. You remember that with Paul Worley? He was going to be on the show and they cancelled it twice. And I made a video about a full no more. It's very important to know your value in life. It's very, very important. Now, a lot of CEOs, companies do interviews, obviously on CNBC, Bloomberg, big channels like that, and they probably do them without any fees. They probably just, Bloomberg have them on the show and CNBC have them on the show. But I see things differently. And they contacted me and told me that they were cancelling the second event, and I said, okay, fine. I think I told everybody about it at the time. I said, okay, fine. And I asked the members. I said, should I charge for my review, my interviews from now on? Should I charge? And some people said, yes, you should. Some people said, no, you shouldn't. It was a mixed bag, really. But a lot of time goes into all of these things when I could be doing shows because, promoting the events, doing the thumbnails, doing a bit of research, arranging when they're going to come on. Sometimes I have a meeting with them beforehand, what they want to talk about. There's backwards and forwards emails. It takes away time that I could be doing these live shows, right? And I'm getting more and more inquiries to be on the show. More and more. And I could spend my entire time emailing CEOs to their replies about their businesses being on my show and never make another video again. So, I've got to think about that and value my time, right? I mean, otherwise I'm just going to end up being a secretary for myself, doing emails for other people's businesses, right? And it benefits them. Let's not beat around the bush. It's good for me. It's good for the show. It's good for my members. But it's also good for them, right? They're able to have an interview and in a way that I think is not done by CNBC and Bloomberg and what have you. So I thought, right, I'm going to reply. If they come back to me, I'm going to, because I wasn't going to chase them. If they come back to me, I will mention a price, and I had no idea. No idea. Start high, always come down low, right? So they messaged me and said, we would like to be on the show. I said, I'm sorry, there's a slight change now. I said, I've got lots of interviews. I've got lots of people I'm talking to. The show's not much bigger. I think when you came on the show, I was under 10,000 or whatever he was. And I forget now when we talked about it. We're at nearly 21,000 and I've got more interviews, more people and so on and so forth. I said, there's a cost involved now. Never apologize when you offer a fee, by the way. You know your value, how much your time is worth to you. Just because it isn't worth to somebody else doesn't mean it's not worth to you, right? Your time is what it is. So I thought, right, I'm just going to guess. I have no idea. I have no idea what they're going to say. So I replied back and said, if you want to be on my show, it's $1,000. Right? No idea what they're going to say to that. They might go, brilliant, we'll come on 10 times next week. Or they might turn around and go, are you having a laugh? We could go on Bloomberg for free. I don't know what they're going to say. No idea. But anyway, I replied and said, that's whatever. So they came back to me and they said, would you consider doing it for $500? Right? Because these are business people. They're business people. They deal with people every day. They're trying to get a deal and haggle the price and do whatever. And I said, yeah, on one condition, that you become a member of the channel. You can become a member for $2, right? So whatever. And they emailed back and said, thank you very much. We'd love to be on the show.
Oh, amazing.
They won't cancel again, will they? So that's what we're going to do. So if I'm telling everybody this, so you know how it works, and that money will go back into the studio and the show and everything else. And I'm considering setting up trusts for charities, so I can say the fees go to a charity, whatever, help other people out. There's all kind of things I want to look at doing, not just keep pocketing the money or whatever. Even though I could, it's my business, right? I'm going to look at all sorts of things I can do with that money. And then let you know about that. But and just because someone pays me to be on the show doesn't mean to say then they can say what they like. It's the same thing as before, but just it's just not going to be for free. My time is valuable, and I'm going to tell you this, so anyone else can apply this to their own businesses, right? And remember, this is a money channel, right? We're learning about growing businesses and investing and that. So all this information is useful, right? I had another person speak to me and about coming on the show and wanted to negotiate the price. So what you do is, and you can apply this to you, rather than say, okay, my fee is whatever your fee is, $1,000, rather than say, okay, I'll do 50% discount, which if you're not careful, you devalue yourself if you say stuff like that. What you can turn around and say is, tell you what I'll do, you want a discount, I will do it for $1,000, but if you book 2, I will give you 2 interviews for that price. That way, you still get the $1,000, but now the person gets a deal because they're gonna have twice. They're gonna buy one get one free, if you like. You put it that way, but you give them something rather than giving them a discount. But ultimately, they feel they've got a discount, but you never lost any money. So there's, that's probably what I'll do. If someone comes back to me and says, whatever, I can say, well, I'll tell you what, I'll do you, let's do 2 interviews. And then that locks it all in. You've got 2 interviews now without having to reduce the price. So anyway, what did anyone say to that? I said to charge 500. James 007. James said, I said to charge 500 and take a deposit. That's non-refundable if they cancel. Because the thing is, James, you don't know what your value is a perception. You don't know what somebody else feels about that. When I first came to America and I spoke to my corporate clients, the big people like the Jerry Jones who owns the Cowboys, and I spoke to Mark Cuban who's on Shark Tank, a billionaire. I played in their houses, and these gigs were $5,000 gigs, right? Well, they were entertainers going out for $150. They go, well, I can get the guy down the road who plays for $150. I said, well, fine, but you didn't call him, did you? You called me. This is my value. This is my price. Just because you don't think I'm worth that money, other people do. Just because you don't value that price, I do, and other people do. You have to know your value, but also you have to know your value. You can't just, you have to provide. If you're going to charge a lot of money, you've got to deliver a lot of service. You can't be the $150 guy who plays a guitar on karaoke in the pub and asks $5,000. You have to have $5,000 worth of value. You have to present yourself in that way. Otherwise, you just come off as a guy who's trying to rip everybody off, and no one's going to book you.
When James 007 said, "Don't start charging Sensei to come on the show. Sensei is free of charge." Hopefully, I provide the value to not.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
To pay to come on the show.
That's a good idea. Yeah, Sensei, from now on, you're $500. This call in today, I'm going to invoice you later. You've got to pay me to provide me with this great content. That sounds a brilliant. Thanks, James. Brilliant.
No, I hope not.
That wouldn't be very nice, would it? That wouldn't be very nice, would it? No one would like that. Let me read this here. I said to Chuck, you were right there. Setting up a charity trust would be, another thing. I think that would be nice. And I think businesses would like that as well. Because if you offer
of course. I mean,
C1D, they can write that off against tax.
Yeah, that's where I think about. Also, when you become bigger, I don't think a lot of people realize the amount of money that needs to go into your studio to keep that running, keeping you live. I think everyone knows where your money's going. It's very clear. It's either in the portfolio or it's in the studio. So I think everyone can understand for right now, all the money's going into the studio. But the bigger you get, it could help other people to come on, the bigger CEOs to come on, saying that it will entice them to come on by saying that the money that you give for the show is going into this trust. You've set up this trust, and it'll be going to charities. That will help them get on, and they'll be more comfortable giving away the money because they probably don't know that the money's going into the studio, so they think of pocketing it or whatever, which you're perfectly entitled to do anyway. But putting it into a charity trust or something of that sort is definitely a good idea.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah. What are you saying here? It'll be a waste of Martyn if you started writing a review. Oh yeah, it would be a waste of time if you started writing reviews. Yes. Can we have a good day can we have a gold day since it's trending? Have a gold day? What do you mean by that? Soundhound AI will transcript for you. Soundhound AI will transcript for you. Okay. These are things I need to look at, but only you can make great videos. Thank you, mate. Martyn, you need sound to do that. Soundhound, are you listening, Soundhound? I did a review on you. I need you to transcript all my videos from now on for free. How about that? No, you can't put the beer in a script. It would take away the soul. Sensei Martyn, thoughts on silver? Sensei?
Silver, I think it's like the Ethereum to Bitcoin. It will lag behind, and then when gold goes sideways, silver will continue the upside. My target on silver is sort of sort of trying to go for those all-time highs. I think about $60, was it, something like that? I mean, $30 first, and then higher we go. I am bullish on silver, but I think silver will probably underperform gold and eventually hit that $50 all-time high.
Thank you. Sebastian, I need to talk to my boss when I need to talk to my boss when I hear this. He wants me there at 6 o'clock tomorrow. The more I think about it, the more it makes sense. I need to talk to my boss when I hear this. When you hear what? What is it you're hearing and talk about? I don't know. I'm not so sure. I don't know what that is. I can't comment. There's no more after that. Anyway, it's been a nice chat. Did you get any of the eclipse today in England, Sensei?
I don't think we got it in England. I didn't hear much about it. I saw it all over Twitter and stuff. It looked very exciting for everyone in the US, but I don't think
didn't go dark or
in
anything.
The UK.
Didn't go dark midday. No.
Well, I was inside, but I don't think so.
Well,
did you catch it?
That's the right place to be, inside when there's a solar eclipse. So you're not the best person to ask. I need to ask the guy who was outside at the time, not you. Obviously, wrong person. I was inside. Of course, you bloody wouldn't know if you were inside, would you?
No, but I didn't hear about it in the UK.
Yeah.
$2, so that's sold. I'm sure that'll continue.
It was very nice. Me and Leah went outside with the neighbours. And we stood out there with our glasses. We saw it. It was pretty cool. Went all dark.
Did it go fully dark, or was it still a little bit light?
It's not completely black. It's not black as the ace of spades. It's not black. But yeah, it's proper dark. Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. It's the second time I've seen it. I saw it years ago in Cornwall, about 20 years ago, a complete full eclipse, and it's quite a special moment. It's really worth seeing, but of course you missed it because you were in your house. You wouldn't even known about it.
I think it was. I don't think anyone saw it in the UK. Otherwise, I'll be really, really annoyed if it was in the UK.
Yeah, he's going to find out tomorrow. His next door neighbour going, "We had a block party. We were out on the street celebrating. Where were you?" I was in the house. What do you mean I missed it? Yeah, don't worry though, Sensei. It comes around in 380 years. You'll get it next time. Don't worry. You're bound to live for that long. So, did you know there's somebody alive today? Somebody alive today, this is a fact, that will live forever. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Yeah. Neil deGrasse is a scientist I follow a lot on YouTube. Neil deGrasse. Neil deGrasse has said there is someone today alive who will live forever with the technology that we have. Now, that doesn't mean to say that someone alive today is going to live forever. Let's pick Sensei, for example, right? Let's imagine we're talking about Sensei, right? He's not going to live forever uninterrupted, right? Basically, what will happen is they're going to get close to it, and what they're going to do, so let's say you were in the program, Sensei, you volunteered for it, you put your hand up and went, all right, I want to live forever when we're all living on Mars. I want to be around for that. So what you would do is you'd find out about the scheme. There's a scheme somewhere, all right, and they'd freeze you. Was it cryogenic or whatever? They freeze you, and they will bring you back and so on and so forth, because we know it's coming, but it doesn't exist today. But somebody alive today is going to live forever. So somebody who's alive today will be around in 1,000 years. Isn't that pretty wild?
Yeah, it's very, very interesting. I'd rather just go to the afterlife though. But if someone wants to freeze their body, they can do that.
I wouldn't.
It's very creepy when you wake up.
I wouldn't mind doing it. Do you know why? I've often thought about it. I love building things, whether it's this YouTube channel, whatever. I like building things, and I can't even imagine things coming down the other end. I hate that thought. I hate the thought of building this channel and one day it's all over. One day I've just got to give it away, or one day it just ends. It's kind of like, oh, why am I bothered then? That's that. I kind of feel like sometimes it takes the wind out of my sails, thinking I can't keep going. I just got to one day, well, that's the end of that. That kind of diffuses my energy a little bit sometimes. So I would love the chance to be able to live forever, because if the universe is infinite amount of possibilities, infinite amount of, planets and things to see, you're not going to get bored, are you? You might get bored if you're living in your house or in England, just going rattling around your house, yeah, you might get bored. You might go, okay, I've watched Coronation Street to death. I've eaten cheese on toast to death. I'm 100 years of age. I'm really old. I'm buggered. I can't move. But if you stay full of energy in life, like you are today, Sensei, not me. I'm old and buggered. But if you're like you are, and you could stay in the same body, a young body, for forever, and travel to infinite planets, infinite things, and see infinite people and do infinite things, be great, wouldn't it? Don't you
Very
think?
interesting. I'm not sure.
Imagine how much money you can make on Bitcoin.
Yeah, no, I would only like it so I could wake up in 200, 300 years once they figured out how to wake me up, and I look at my crypto portfolio. I think so.
Yeah, see? Now you're seeing the positive side of it, and you. Now I've put it into your context, into your world.
Yeah.
You thought it was rubbish a minute ago.
I don't care about traveling the world and universe. I just want to have a look
crypto.
at my crypto.
Yes, exactly. Your XRP will now be 20 gazillion, bazillion, petrillion dollars now. I'm not sure what you do with it, though, because what are you going to buy? A planet? I don't know what you buy at that point with trade planets. I mean, talking of planets, Sensei, what do you think of this? If we end up SpaceX taking off and then Elon Musk lands on Mars, is it an American planet? What country owns it? What happens then?
I'm not sure. Probably the lawyers are already working things up, aren't they? It's going to be
the American lawyers, you mean? The American lawyers.
Definitely, they're going to want to take control of that planet for sure.
Yeah, we've spent all the money landing on it. We now own it, and those in China go, no, we provided the software, we provided the plastic, we provided the few chips in those computers. We want a piece of that. Well, you're not having it. It's America. And then they land and go, I'll tell you what then, we'll have the bit over this side. And now you've got a little line drawn in the sand going, okay, this is China, this is England, this is America. It's just a matter of time, isn't it? It's a matter of time.
I was watching the Elon Musk, I think it was 2-3 days ago, he did another one of those events that he does for Tesla and stuff, for one for SpaceX. And he was talking about, I think he said in 10 years he's hoping to be there, and get people there and sort of start making it self-sufficient. So it's hopefully everyone will going to be alive to see it. I mean, there's no reason not to, but hopefully we'll be there to see that happen. But it's going to be very interesting, the whole politics of it all. He had some very interesting things. He said hopefully he gives it an 80-90% chance that by the end of the year he's going to land Starship back exactly where the landing strip, or whether he's going to land it exactly where he takes it off. So he's given it 80-90%
the landing strip
chance.
Is that the technical term for the launch pad? It's called a launch pad.
I didn't listen to it.
It's called a launch pad.
Launch pad, yeah.
Yes, it lands on the launch pad. It's not the landing strip. This ain't the Spitfire. This ain't World War II. How old are you, Sensei? Bloody hell. Landing strip. Land on the landing strip.
But didn't he have plans for the Concorde sort of thing as well? Like, I remember looking 5-6 years ago now, he was talking about the rockets that get you across from New York to China in a few hours, and London to New York in 2-3 hours.
Listen, mate,
doing something like that.
I've got a better idea than that. I don't know why Elon Musk doesn't talk to me. He should talk to me more often, right? This is what's going to happen. This is what I reckon. Elon Musk got it wrong. You don't need a really fast rocket. Think of this, everybody. When I say this to you now, you're going to go, that's brilliant. How does he come up with this stuff? How does he think of this? And Elon Musk,
It's not teleportation, is it?
It's better than that, mate. It's easier. It's easier than that. Cheaper than that, easier than that, and realistic as well. And no one's talking about it. And when I talk about it, in fact, I probably shouldn't say it. We are members only, though, so it's all right, right? I shouldn't probably say it, because if Elon Musk is watching this right now, which he probably is, he's going to put it into practice and make money out of this, and I'm going to get nothing out of it. Once again, they're going to walk all over me. They're going to waste my time. You ready? So between me and you, Sensei, nobody else, because no one else is listening to this, right? This is what's going to happen, mate. You've got Elon Musk, you've got Richard Branson, you've got all these people building rockets so they can go faster and faster, burn more fuel, go faster, go faster, go faster. You don't have to do that. You just got to stand back and relax, and let all the work be done for you. It's called being lazy is the way to get this problem solved, right? So what you do, you're on planet Earth, you're here. This is the Earth. Hang on, I need something that's round. Have we got something that's round? I haven't got anything that's... Think of this as the Earth, right? Right? You're looking around as well, right? I've got a globe over there, but it's too heavy, right? We've got the Earth, and the Earth is spinning. You see where I'm going with this? The Earth is spinning, Sensei. It's already doing all the work for you. All you've got to do is go straight up and sit there for about 3 minutes. Let the planet turn, come back down again.
Wow, that is revolutionary.
Innit? It's true, innit? What could there possibly be wrong in that? Easy, innit? Why is no one thinking of that?
Go wrong, yeah.
Well, it's true, isn't it? People go up. I mean, just go up. You see all the Starlinks going around the planet, don't you? Every night. You mentioned it yesterday on your show. I was watching. I was paying attention. They go around. You see the International Space Station because it's orbiting the Earth. Orbiting the Earth. So all you need to do is go up to a point where the Earth is turning and come back down again.
I think you should pitch that idea. We need to get Elon Musk on the show. We need to get a 50% stake in whatever how he.
I think it's easy. That's all you got to do. Take no effort whatsoever, right? No effort. Don't need any fancy rockets. And I tell you another thing. Did you see on the news, Sky News in England? You must have seen this a couple of days ago. I couldn't believe it. Go England. A company in England are about to put up in space. I think it's like Oxford University, one of those clever places. You'll know about those, Sensei. You go them places, right? They had one of the universities in England have come up with a solar array. Have you heard about this? To put in space, 1 mile across, power 1 million homes. Have you heard about that?
Yeah, it's crazy. What I was confused about is how they're going to get it back. But they said they're going to beam the energy back down to it's not a cable or anything. They're going to beam the energy through a beam into a somewhere in the UK where they can turn that beam into and put it into the grid. So that was very interesting. I forgot what the company's called. I don't even know if it's public or not, but it sounds very inefficient. But they said they get the sun 24 hours a day and 100 million watt hours they're trying to do in the next 20
do you
years
like
or
it?
something.
Do you like it?
Do I like it?
Sound good?
Yeah, it does sound good.
Are you sure? You sure? Are you going to be like Elon Musk now? Make a whip? See, remember, they've not spoken to me either. Are you going to? Because Elon Musk would probably say it like that. Like he likes the rockets. He's not spoke to me. He's not spoke to me about going up, waiting, coming back down. These people haven't spoke to me either, and you're making a big mistake. You are, Sensei.
Sorry, I need to get your 2 cents.
Yes,
what ideas do
you
have,
need
Martyn?
to get my input on this first before you run out and tell everybody to invest in that. So if Sensei on Sunday show says buy shares, because he always gives financial advice, if he says buy shares in a mile-wide solar panel beam thing, wait, I'm going to tell you about it. What are you pointing at? Not financial advice.
Not financial advice.
Yeah, well, it's financial advice if you say it's a good idea because people follow you. They're influenced by you. Wait, let me put my penny's worth in. Let me tell you, it's a bad idea. You want to know why? No one's asked me. No, so for the wisdom, here comes the wisdom, Martyn's wisdom, right? The trouble is, we've been messing around in space for years. And what's flying around space right now, Sensei?
Lots of space rubbish.
Correct. And now you've got a 1 mile massive, great bloody solar panel thing in space. What's going to happen, Sensei?
Hopefully it doesn't just float away.
What? No, it's not going to float away, is it? It's not going to float away. I just mentioned the rubbish. Some of the rubbish is going to smash into it, isn't it?
That wouldn't be good. No, hopefully not. I think the chances.
Oh, how are you going to stop it? How are you going to stop it?
Well, how do we stop comets coming and hitting the Earth? I think it's hopefully it.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I don't think the space is very big. I don't think everything's just going to be flying onto the moon and hitting it and just hitting the solar farm.
You don't?
I don't. I don't.
Hang on a minute. You're not paying attention
Someone
here.
just said-
You're not
someone
paying
just
attention.
commented,
The solar array isn't being parked on the moon.
oh, is it not? Is it?
It's in
Someone's saying
orbit,
Tilray
floating around.
talking. Someone, Martin, people think we're high. I think we need to stop the show.
It's going to be floating around in doing the orbit around the Earth, just like everything else is around the planet. It's just a really big satellite, 1 mile across, right? Some space debris is going to bash into it. It's inevitable.
I think you need to go and speak to the company and let them know, and then tell them to stop operations and stop
operations. Stop operations. I mean, at the end of the day, until we've sorted out all the rubbish that's floating around in space, anything like this worries me. And if I'm China or I'm Russia, if I'm the enemy of the whoever owns that, all I got to do is shoot that out the sky. This powers the whole of England now. This big solar thing. The whole of England is powered by this satellite thing. All right, then I'll shoot it. Now what are you going to do? Boom, power's gone. I mean, you got to bear this stuff in mind, Sensei. You got to think it through.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, that is true. I mean, it is definitely a risk. But no, the reason I like it, I just like all the innovation and what we can get from that, and what research they do on that, and how that can be implemented in other things. But you do raise some good points, Martin. I can't argue.
This is why I've got the show.
We need to set up a different channel where we just talk about all these ideas
Yeah. Vaz just said, "Oh yeah, you hear about that about a train going on the moon. About a train going on the moon? I've not heard about that." Sensei, Martin surely has a plan how to stop a comet hitting the Earth.
Yeah, Martin, what's your plan?
I have loads of plans. Some of them haven't been thought out that much though. But I don't think I've got a comment plan.
Just sleep on it, Martin. You'll come up with something.
I'll come. Yeah, tomorrow. Let me come back to you. I'll solve this. Scientists have been worried about this for years. Just give me a couple of hours, a tea and a biscuit, and I'll be there. I'll have an answer for it. So Vaz, stand by tomorrow. This is the definition of a high conversation between a person who is sober and another person who is high and thinks he has PhD in astrophysics.
I wonder who's.
I'm not making money on this. It's just going to drive Asti down. Yeah. In short, this is bloody brilliant. It is brilliant. Do you know what? This is better than... Is it Josh Rogan? Is it Josh Rogan who has a phone...
Joe Rogan.
Is it Joe Rogan? He has a phone in like this, doesn't he?
I don't know. He always has different people on, yeah.
He has a phone in. I reckon this is better. Who reckons this is better than Joe Rogan? Talking to Elon Musk.
We should do this every Friday, Martin. We should do an hour of just talking absolute rubbish.
I don't think it's rubbish, though. I don't think it's rubbish. I think we need to be aware of this stuff. I think we need to
world problems with Martin and Sensei just commenting on it.
I think it's the way forward, honestly. I reckon would be...
Can we run a poll, Martin? Can we see if everyone wants to see this this weekly?
Are we going to put that to the people? Are you sure about that?
We don't have to do it.
You've got... See, I don't do polls that I haven't got a slim chance of winning, right? Because you make yourself look silly. You know, you got to remember that. If everyone goes no, where do you come back from that? We just think the last hour's been hated by everybody.
Well, let's see. If any members request a poll, Martin has to do it because that's what the members get.
Oh
so
yeah. It's a win-win then. If someone does a super chat and I make money out of it, that's fine. I'll do any poll you want. You know, is Martin an idiot? If someone does a $10 super chat, I'll ask that poll. Don't worry about that. I'm fine with that, but I'm not going to do it for free. Okay. If I'm going to lose, if I'm going to go down in a ball of flames, it's got to be worth $2.
MSK, do a $2 super chat. You've been making money recently. Let's get that $2 in.
Oh, he hasn't, no, has he? He's all in on Fisker. You've not been paying attention.
I thought it was Tilray was doing well.
Can you pay attention, Sensei? These are your beloved followers, and you've just said, "Oh yeah, MSK's making loads of money." Are you forgetting Fisker?
Fisker, it's down 10% today again, unfortunately.
What is it now? What's the value?
0.0. It's about just under 2 cents.
2 cents. It's a bargain, isn't it? By the whole company for
it's
20 quid.
$14 million market cap.
How much?
14 million.
14 million. So what happens if you've got 14 million? Can you buy every single share and never sell it and it won't go down anymore? That's how it happens.
I think the share price will go up. I'm sure you can just go and contact the company and just buy it for about that price. I think they'll be happy because I'm sure
it'd be easier, wouldn't it? It'd be easier than going on Robinhood with 14 million. Shall we do it? Shall we have a fun? Shall we have a GoFundMe? We'll have a GoFundMe. We'll raise 14 million and then we'll ring them up. Enric, we're here to save the day. Me and Sensei, we got 14 million. We want a deal. If we buy it on Robinhood, it's going to cost 14 million. But if we give you 14 million direct, do we get it for 7?
And then we'll be in the same situation. We need to start raising money. We've got all these debts. We're not only are we 14
No,
million.
I'm not buying the
debts.
debts. I'm not buying the debts. I just want to buy all the good stuff. I want to buy all the cars, the factories, and the customers. I don't want to buy the debts. Why would I want to buy that? Does that have to come with it?
I feel like it might.
Yeah, but if I'm the purchaser, don't they say money speaks? It's a buyer's market. If I ring them up and say, here I am to save the day, I'll give you 14 million, take it or leave it. I want to buy the business. I don't want to buy your debts. That's your problem, mate. You built all that. I'm nothing to do with that. I want to buy what's left. The business. Sell me the business. All the cars, all the factories, everybody that works there, all the customers. Take it or leave it.
Let's run a poll. Shall we do a fundraiser to buy FSR?
GoFundMe, Kickstarter. I reckon we could do it. About a week, we could have 14 million and we could buy the whole thing. But only the good bits. I'm not buying all the rubbish. I ain't buying all the debts. That seems a bad idea to me.
Yeah, they'll probably take 5, says Kevin B. Martyn, there's a few members requesting a poll for the podcast. MSK's requested it. Vaz is requesting it. James is requesting it.
No super chats. No super chats. Sensei, don't sell yourself cheap, mate.
Okay. We'll have to. No one's going to super chat. No one will super chat for the poll. So I guess.
Yeah. So they won't get it then, will they? That's their loss, not my loss. I don't have to do a poll, do I? I've still got half a bottle of beer left. I can sit here. I've got a fridge out through the magic curtain. I can sit here all night. I'm at home. I've got nowhere to go.
Guys, I can't sit here all night. I've got things to do.
What have you got to do? What time is it now?
It's 11 o'clock.
What can you possibly do at 11 o'clock in the evening? I don't want to know if it's rude, right? But there's nothing. You've got nothing to do. You're not going to be vacuuming, are you? You're not going to be doing dusting. You're not going to be going around picking up the emptying the bin outside for the bin men, are you? What are you going to do at 11 o'clock? Nothing. How come we never see your girlfriend anymore? We used to see your girlfriend, your fiance. Where is she? Have you still got her, or have you thrown her away?
We're actually getting married next month, but not the proper wedding. But we're gonna get the marriage booked. Literally 3-4 days ago. Gave notice and a few days after my birthday.
Whoa! How come we're just hearing about that now? How come? Your audience.
This is why we need a podcast to know all the information.
Yeah, but people feel let down. You've just told us you're getting married. What? When are you getting married? Next week?
No, in about 3.5 weeks.
3.5 weeks' time, you're getting married, and nobody even knew about it. When were you going to tell us? The day after, or what?
Have to invite all the members, and that would be 300, 400 people.
Well, people want to come and celebrate with you.
For that.
We can do super chats, don't worry. Look at all these super chats coming in. What? Run the poll. I love this. I'm all in. What's the question then? What's Sensei? What's the poll? What's the question? I don't know what it is.
It was something about doing this properly.
Run the poll. I love this. I'm all in.
Martyn and Sensei podcast. It's okay. I have my back. FSRN, losses no problem, but it's annoying being down on a position. Make the poll happen. What poll? Sensei, what's the question? I don't even know what the question is anymore. No one's even saying what it is.
Poll.
Great. Poll. What poll? Sensei, what's the question?
I think Martyn and Sensei podcast, yes or no, something like that. I don't know. You can make it more interesting.
Wasn't it something like, shall we do a phone-in podcast like this? Wasn't it what you said?
I don't remember. I think it was something like that. It was
Something along those lines.
So we do this sort of. Yeah, I think it's basically what we're doing now. Martyn Sensei podcast is okay. I've made back my he's made back his FSRN losses. Congratulations, MSK.
There you go. I've been watching Joe Rogan show for 20 years. You're good, Martyn, but you need to talk about DMT chimpanzee if you want to compete with that. What? DMT chimpanzee? What's that got to do with anything? I don't even know what that is. Do you know what that is, Sensei?
Yeah, I think it's drugs on a chimpanzee. So he talks about some strange things.
Rogan. Does he? Does he get away with that? Does he? Is he still a monetized YouTube channel? Hang on.
Martyn and Sensei podcast. It's okay, I have made back my FSRN losses, no probs, but it is annoying being down on a position. Make the poll happen.
Make the poll happen. My other two kids are listening now. Look at this. What's this say? Joshua 12 and Cecilia 10. Hang on, let me just adjust this a minute. I should do this when Sensei's on. I should do that, shouldn't I? There you go. In fact, I'll get rid of this. If we're gonna do a podcast, I don't know why everyone's obsessed with the podcast. It's the same thing. It's a video. It's all it is. Why everyone's obsessed with the word podcast. Let me put that in the middle. Can I do that? Look, I'm messing up my whole show now. There you go. Is that better? There you go. Look. I'll put it there. Look at that. Hang on, let's do that again. Right. My other two kids are listening now. Joshua. Hello, Joshua. How are you? 12 and Cecilia. Just to listen to say rubbish and little fellas. Maybe they will learn something, and Sensei's their uncle's doppelganger. Did you know that? Did you know what a doppelganger is?
Yeah, it's a little bit creepy, I think. So sorry to your kids that I hope I'm not scaring them, and they're the little fellas. Now we're really creeping everyone out.
Yeah. Do you know who those dogs belong to? They're very famous, them dogs. No?
Martyn Lucas show.
No. I'll tell you one day. I don't want to tell you today. I'm building up to it, but I'm going to reveal.
We'll do it in the next episode.
Yeah, I'm going to reveal who those dogs belong to. One beer, he believers, he is going to live 1,000 years, go to Mars and save the world from an incoming asteroid. Damn it. I want a beer with this guy. It's going to be bloody legendary. Sebastian, I do agree with you. If we're going to live forever, right, I agree. But I need more than a beer. I need a beer, a tea and a biscuit, and preferably digestives. None of this American biscuits, none of this other rubbish. Digestive biscuit. Do you like a digestive biscuit, Sensei?
I like the dark chocolate ones. I don't like the plain ones.
What's wrong with you? This is the food of the Queen and the King. The Queen was famous for years for having a digestive biscuit. Don't poo-poo it and don't upgrade it. If it's good enough for the Queen, it's good enough for you, right? I only eat it with the chocolate on the top. Is that what you're saying? You wouldn't eat one without a chocolate on the top. It's got to have chocolate for you, is it?
It has to be dark chocolate. I don't even like the milk chocolate ones.
You're separating yourself now from the common man, mate. You're distancing yourself from the audience. The audience, this is the common man here. This is the man of the street, the man of the people, right? The man of the people likes a good old-fashioned digestive biscuit. At best with a milk chocolate, but not dark chocolate. Definitely not dark chocolate. That's the wrong way to go. How did you end up with that? Why dark chocolate?
I quite like dark chocolate, so I don't really like digestives. I mean, I guess a few years ago I might have had a digestive with a cup of tea, but it's a bit beneath me now. So.
See, it comes out. It didn't take much to get.
Goes up. You have to upgrade everything.
So what you're saying then, Sensei? Me and the rest of the guys and the ladies, we're just down here with our digestives. Well, you're up there looking down on us with your rich biscuit, with your expensive dark chocolate. You do realise the cash in the attic on Sunday, there's going to be no one there. It's going to be crickets, mate. You're going to hear tumbleweed rolling down the YouTube channel. No one's going to be there. We love Sensei until the day he said milk chocolate wasn't good enough for him. It's the food of kings, mate.
How did we even get onto the topic of digestives?
It was you. You running me down, telling me I don't because I have milk chocolate.
No, you started talking about digestives randomly. We were talking about podcasts, and suddenly we were on digestive. See, Seth Houston says yes, dark chocolate. Look, we've even got a super chat for dark chocolate. See, I'm the normal one here. I'm the one with the comments.
Should we? Yeah, I'm not talking to you anymore.
Martin.
I'm busy doing the poll, right? I can't be talking to you. You've upset me now. Me and you were getting on like a house on fire, and now you've belittled me, and you've said, I don't do digestives with chocolate on top and all, milk chocolate. You've just segregated the audience. People feel like not part of it anymore. They feel disjointed, right? Should we do a regular? What would you call this? Why is everyone calling it a podcast? It's not a podcast. It's just a video. Podcast. It's a phone in. Should we do a regular podcast? So mass drought
in Africa currently decimating cocoa harvest, chocolate getting harder to get, sooner more expensive. Yeah, speaking about that, I was looking at the cocoa futures, and they're making all-time highs. The price of cocoa beans is going through the roof. I didn't realize that was the reason.
What's the reason? I missed it.
It's a mass drought in Africa decimating cocoa harvest, says Trey K.
All right. Hello, what's this?
Dark chocolate rules.
Right. Okay. So here we go. Okay, so there's a poll, there's a question. The question is, it's been very well crafted. I've used all my education to craft this. Should we do a regular podcast with me, the normal bloke, man of the people, digestive eating bloke, or Sensei and with Sensei, dark chocolate rich boy? So you don't have to worry about the description between me and Sensei. That's between me and Sensei. We can argue that out, all right? But to the question we're asking you is, should we do a regular podcast with me, the normal bloke, the man of the people, and Sensei, the dark chocolate rich boy? Right? Yes or no? There you go. There's the poll. Let's see what people say. Yeah. I don't think it's going to be that popular. I think people are going to go, nah. We want to get back to the...
This is a nice chart looking. It's in the last...
What's this? What stock's this?
Last month. It's not. It's up. It's double. It's over doubled in the last few weeks. It's cocoa futures.
Why are we talking about that? How did we get onto that?
Because we're talking about dark chocolate, and someone said that chocolate's getting harder and more expensive, and now we're looking at the chart. Look at that; it's gone up in a straight line in this year. It's gone from 2,000 to about 10,000 USD for, I guess that's a ton or something. But yeah, it's all-time highs, and it's going through the roof.
You do realise you destroyed my flow, my comedy flow. We wasn't doing stocks. We were just having a chat, and you've taken it off on a whole different... My flow's gone now. Let's read this.
When someone says something, all I can think about is the chart. So
they probably... Hang on. Martyn Lucas, can we get that beer on the UK market? What, the Bud Light Platinum? Yeah, you would get it anywhere. It's just cheap stuff. Sensei wouldn't like it.
All over the news and everything. Bud Light, everyone's boycotting it. It's stuck on the shelves. Everything.
That's the you're talking about that. What was it?
An advert or something no one liked.
Wasn't there? What was it now? Bud. What was it now? There was some person, I forget what they did now. What was it? Was it transgender person came out or something? And that was right. And the company wanted to sort of use them as a poster child. They wanted to use them and whatever. And all the sort of redneck, all the beer drinking blokes, all the hard beer drinking blokes, they went, we don't want this. We don't want this to be our image. And everyone started dumping the stock, getting rid of the beer, tipping it all out.
You want it to be your image, Martyn?
Eh?
Do you want it to be your image?
My image. Don't draw me into this.
You're happy for it to be your image?
Don't draw me into this. Look, listen. I just like the flavor.
You do realize you have 20,000 viewers, Martyn, and you're pushing an agenda right now, I think.
Listen, I like the flavour of this. Don't draw me into any of those she said she, they, this, all that stuff. I just like this beer. Right? I don't want to be drawn into it. Do you know what? Talking of that, last week I got an email. This is true. I got an email from YouTube saying, do I want to update my pronouns? And what was that? And I'm not joking. I had to go in and I had to put I can say no. I can say I'd rather not say, or I can say I'm a man or a woman, or they, or this, or that, or that. I got to be honest. There wasn't weird things like dogs and cats. You couldn't put that down, but you could put they, transgender, but a load of other ones. I just put him. Him, man. I don't know what else I can't even believe I was being asked that. Can you imagine? That's how the world has changed. You wouldn't have asked that 20 years ago, would you? You go, what do you mean? But now,
no, I mean, when I was at university, I started.
Oh, you're frozen.
On your pronouns, it's an interesting one. You have to say your name, what you do, and your am I frozen? And your pronouns.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a new thing.
That didn't happen 20 years ago, did it? The world's changed. Do you think the world's changed or people have changed?
I think the world's probably changed. I think people have always been people.
I'm gonna say nothing's really changed there, has it? It's just the rules. The rules are changing. People are the same, and now people are pushing the rules. Someone told me that there was an incident near me in Texas where kids were getting away with it, saying they're a cat. And the teacher couldn't do nothing about it because these children identified as cats. And with all the rules, they couldn't do it. They had to just, that was it. They had to accept it. That's not right, is it?
No, I was a few days ago. I was walking to give, because this is one thing I didn't know. For getting married, you have to give 28 days notice to your local council before the date of your ceremony. So you can't just go get married. It's not like the US or Las Vegas or what you see in the movies. You have to give 28 days notice to your local council. So then I was going to give notice, and on the way to the local town hall, there was these three girls, but I don't know if I can call them girls. I'm sure they had pronouns, that dressed as cats, doing all weird TikTok dances, and I was like, "Oh no, this is it's not just something you see on Twitter or something. This is actually happening." And they were just doing all these cat impressions for TikTok and dressed up in a cat. So I'm sure their pronouns were something to do with that as well. So or
maybe they were just people dressing up as cats.
they had a certain.
You're assuming there's something going on. The he, she, they, she. I'm a cat.
Yeah, I think that's something you can't do anymore.
They might have just You can't do that anymore, can you? You can't dress up. You couldn't dress up as a cat at a fancy dress party because people would think you were, saying that you were a cat.
I think someone saying you need to get sponsored. Would you take a sponsorship from Bud Light, Martyn? Would you go down that rabbit hole?
I don't know. I've never. We haven't got to that level yet. We haven't got to that level yet of me sort of. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do at some point. I mean, it's as long as it benefits the show, as long as it benefits my viewers. That's how we started this channel. As long as it benefits the show, because I think what benefits the show benefits me long term. That's what I believe. I think if you just
and you think Bud Light's doing that?
what benefited me.
Benefiting over.
I don't think it's doing me any harm. Do you? Are you trying to suggest something? Are you trying to suggest that if I drink this, there's some ulterior motive? There's something going on. I'm just a bloke in my house drinking a bottle of beer. Why do you have to complicate it? It's the younger generation. See, it's the younger generation who always make this complicated. I'm just a bloke, not even aware of the bigger issue, thinking I'm going to the fridge. My wife has bought me a bottle of beer and I'm drinking it. And now you have to bring into it, should I be concerned and should I be aware of the image? I mean, if I was aware of my image, I would have I'd have had hair implants years ago.
No, but Martyn, let's be the reason you probably bought that beer is the same reason you buy your toothpaste on as a bulk discount. You always tell us your toothpaste story. Is it the same reason that you bought your Bud Light? Was it there was extra stock in the supermarket and they had a buy one get one half price deal? You had to stock up.
Probably. Probably. Because Leah always asks me. She says, "What beer do you like?" And I went, "Well, to be honest with you, whatever's the cheapest is fine. It doesn't matter. I guess then Bud Light's on a sale right now. No one's buying it. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's why she's got it. Leah, is Bud Light on sale right now? I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it is. But it tastes all right to me. I mean, I'm not a beer connoisseur, to be honest. Are you? Oh, hang on a minute. Of course, you're going to be a beer connoisseur, aren't you? Because you're into the digestive biscuits with dark chocolate. Are you a wine drinker?
I don't drink, unfortunately. No,
you don't
no
drink. So just the biscuits.
Just the biscuits.
What's your favourite biscuit?
Oh goodness, I'm not really a biscuit man, to be honest.
So that whole thing with chocolate biscuits was just a bit of you were just trying to sell the image.
I just need
like you're trying to destroy my image. You're trying to destroy my image, saying I've got some weird reason to buy Bud Light, and yet you don't see. At least I'm telling the truth. I'm sitting here. You don't even eat chocolate biscuits, do you? I feel like we're now in court, and I'm the judge. Sensei, you're up for murder or something. I'm judging you on the stand, and just come to my attention that Sensei, you don't even eat biscuits, do you? You were caught at the scene declaring that you ate chocolate biscuits. We found chocolate biscuit stains all over the building, but you actually don't even eat chocolate biscuits, do you, Sensei? Sensei, do you eat chocolate biscuits?
I don't regularly eat chocolate biscuits.
See? So why did you say you did?
I didn't say I did. I said I don't like normal digestives. If I was going to have a digestive, I'd have a dark chocolate digestive.
How would you know if you don't eat it?
Because I've had both in the past before.
But not since?
Not since I've had my last dark chocolate digestive.
Right, so I can't put you, so I can rule you out then. You weren't at the scene of the crime.
You can do a blood test.
Oh dear. Sensei, I'd love to talk to you all night, but I'm bored of you now.
That's fine. I'm sure Leah's probably listening in the background saying, what is going on? There's I'm just having a look.
She's paying no attention to it. She's paying no attention. Leah's perfectly happy. She's very confident and happy with who she is. She doesn't worry about what goes on in the studio. What goes on in the studio is between me and you and nobody else. No one's watching this. No one will see this. This is just between me and you. I wish there wasn't,
because I'm sure I've said a few things I shouldn't have tonight.
Yeah, this will live forever on YouTube. This will come back and bite you in the arse, particularly on Sunday.
Stacey says they can. There is no animals allowed in the school. Otherwise, I would send my kids with their horses.
Why would you send your kids to school with a horse?
No, she's saying that if there were animals allowed in the school, she would keep her kids with real animals like the horses. If there's cat humans at her school. Craig says they're selling the Bud Light cheap after all the controversy. He must have stocked up. Is that true, Martyn? Have you stocked up?
I don't think we've... Leah, have we stocked up much on Bud Light? No, not particularly.
I think you need to make a conscious decision next time you go and buy that.
A conscious decision.
Do your research and then buy. Mike Konza says, what do you expect of Tilray tomorrow? Back to the stocks, Martyn. What do you expect of Tilray?
They won't be anything great to say tomorrow in Tilray. There can't be. They can't be, because they've they have not suddenly started printing money. They've not got legislation. There's been no pass. There's been nothing going on. Of course, the stock popped up. The stock's come back down again a little bit. But I don't see tomorrow we're going to get any major beat on the last earnings. Let's have a look. On the last earnings, it was a beat on earnings. Expectations is slightly higher. There's no doubt about that. The expectation is slightly higher. But to be honest with you, I'd love to see the business for the very first time turn cash positive. And they did mention that actually could happen. That the company could turn cash positive on the next earnings, which would be a catalyst in the fact it's now positive. But I would expect it to be about the same as last time. I don't see why there would be any massive boost. But anyway, we will cover the earnings tomorrow. That's tomorrow morning, first thing. So we're going to be early for that tomorrow morning. Anyway, let's have a look at this poll. Apparently, Sensei, this hour of drivel is popular. It's got 94%. 94%.
Wow, that's got to be one of the best ever.
Yeah, the best poll ever. One person voted against it. Just to balance it out. But yeah, 94%. So all this work we put into Sensei, to the stocks, and all the work we put into the studio, all of this, none of it's important. Just me and you having a chat, mate.
This is the best thing now, Martyn. Stacey's just said, "Can we have Sensei leggings?" That's the best thing I've heard all day. Sensei leggings.
Sensei leggings. It could be a new fashion line. Talking of new fashion lines, Sensei, tomorrow Stacey said she's going to have the leggings, the t-shirt, the hoodie, the works. She's going to model the entire range and send it in. Send a picture in tomorrow. Look forward to that.
Wow.
Drunken Sailor Monday, podcast with Sensei and Martyn. Drunken Sailor Monday. Brian Bynum, chocolate hobnob. Now there's a real biscuit. Have you ever had a hobnob?
Everyone's going to hate me for saying this, but I don't even know
I knew
what a
it.
hobnob is.
I knew it. That's not your thing. That's a working man. That's a working man there. Like, let me tell you about the hobnob. Should I tell you about the hobnob? See, I bet you a Rich T man, aren't you? Rich T.
I have sort of an Earl Grey.
I knew it.
Sort of
I knew it. I could tell that you were Rich T, not a hobnob. Do you know the difference, right?
Oh, Rich Tea. Oh, it's a biscuit, right? I thought you were talking about the tea.
No, Rich Tea biscuit. You have that, don't you?
No, I really don't have biscuits.
Never.
Not really.
You know what the hobnob? The hobnob is.
I don't really consume
the
biscuits.
hobnob is the man of the people, right? Because if you have a Rich Tea, and if you've ever dunked it into your tea, oh, hello, where you gone? Oh, there you go. There you go. That's a hobnob, right?
Hello.
That's a hobnob. Now, if you've got a Rich Tea biscuit, that's the UK's favourite biscuit. It's pretty weak and feeble. If you dump it in your tea, after about 10 seconds, it just flops and falls in your tea. You got to be very skilled there it is. You got to be very, very skilled at eating a Rich Tea biscuit if you're dunking it in your tea. But a hobnob, different ball game. A hobnob is like the SAS of biscuits. You can dunk it in your tea 50 times and it will never fall off and crumble and fall away into your tea. You can keep doing it over and over again. Oh, hello. Look at this.
This is the real deal.
A digestive chocolate biscuit.
Dark
How much is that? How much is that now? How much can you buy that for in England?
Waitrose is selling it for $1.90, and that's where I do my shopping.
Of course you do. You shop at Waitrose, do you? You're burying yourself tonight, mate. That's where the rich people go. Waitrose. I go to Tesco's. If you got no money, you go to Aldi. Aldi's for the budget. That's
no, I
budget.
go to Lidl, Asda, and Tesco actually.
Oh dear, you go to Lidl. You can be seen walking around Lidl. You're okay with that, are you?
They've got their fruit selection's very fresh and nice. It's a good price.
Yeah, it's a shop for the people, mate. It's where the people go.
Yeah, I'm one with the people, Martyn. I don't know what you're thinking.
No, you was. Not anymore. Not since this conversation's kicked off. Now you're dark chocolate rich boy.
Oh no, is this going to be another cash in the attic situation?
Yep. Every single Sunday. It's never going to stop. Forever. So chocolate obnob, James 007, he gets it. Yes, dark chocolate, Seth Houston. Let's wrap up the show, shall we? I agree with James 007. Chocolate obnobs, MSK. Got a super chat for dark chocolate rules. Seth Houston, speaking of chocolate, mass drought in Africa, currently disseminating chocolate harvest. Chocolate getting harder to get soon and more. That's true, I've heard this. Is there a stock that deals with cocoa? Sensei were just showing you a minute ago, wasn't he? Hi all, Raman, how are you? It's a sign we should start buying cocoa stock. Sensei, singing for your big day. He can't afford me. He wasn't even going to tell us, to be quite honest. It's 3 weeks away, and we've only found out about it tonight. And would you?
What do I even say to that, Martin?
I don't know.
Making me look bad.
Yeah. I don't know. I've got no words, but we're not invited.
Move on.
Well, yeah, best to move on. Best to move on, folks. Best to move on. Don't pay any attention. Sensei's getting married next week, 3 weeks from now. You guys are thinking Bud Light. That's right, Dylan Mulvaney. Dylan Mulvaney. That's the guy, Dylan Mulvaney. Oh, yeah, he didn't make it look good, did he? Crag. Oh, says MSK. Leave Martin alone. He's a Brit. He's got nothing to do with it. He likes the flavour, and that's all that matters. Seth Houston. That's right. That is exact. Thank you, Seth, for standing up for me. I've been absolutely battered tonight by Sensei. Very unnecessary. Didn't ask for any of it. Bud Light could sponsor the new Martyn Lucas podcast. beer and the biscuits. Seriously, mate. I'm Belgian. We don't mix the drink of gods. It's sacrilege. Drink responsibly. What, your tea and biscuits? I don't drink, though. Bud Light, extra sponsorship. That's it. That's what we need. I'm 24, and I still can't believe these questions are being asked. No, we can't either. Hello, that sounds like Sensei's fiancée just turned up. I just heard a door slam. Has she just left? She just walked out or just turned up?
She's getting angry. She's slamming the door. Hurry up.
No way.
No, I'm joking.
Oh, okay. I think the wedding's off. All that gender stuff from China and Russia, that whole thing is purposely being orchestrated to cause friction in the West. I'll identify as a little fella. Nothing wrong with that. We're all for that. Has Martin ever tried dipping his digestive biscuits into Bud Light beer? No, that sounds ridiculous. I would never do it. I think people have become more stupid lambs, and parents are too afraid to speak against the establishment. Debate. MSK, a debate for another day. We'll do it. Bud Light Extra. Yes, that's the one. Digestive biscuits could also sponsor the Martyn Lucas podcast. It's all the estrogen in the water from birth control. Look it up. Is that what it is?
That's another topic for the day.
I've never heard of this. Leah, can we get bottled water? Hub cybersecurity, going to be researching. Hi Sensei, tomorrow is the last day of Ramadan. Is that right?
Yeah, tomorrow will be the last day. Yes.
What happens during Ramadan, mate? Tell us what happens. I don't know what happens.
No drinking, no eating from sunset, from sunrise to sunset.
Whoa! How long have you not been eating?
It's just from sunrise to sunset every day, so it's about, I think it's been 28 days now.
So you're not allowed to eat from sunrise to sunset, but you can eat afterwards?
Yes.
Oh,
eat or drink.
Thank God for that. I was thinking for 28 days you're gonna wither away, mate. So you're not allowed to eat between sunrise and sunset for 28 days. For bloody hell, mate, that's a thing, isn't it?
Yeah. It's
so do you like eat loads once the sun goes down? You have a burger.
Yeah, that's why yesterday what was it? I ate at 8 o'clock. I stuffed myself, and then I come on the stream, and I was just like, I'm just sweating, and I'm going on for 2 hours, and everyone's like, "Why?"
It's not good for you, then, is it? It's not good for you.
Good. Sorry.
It doesn't sound like it's good for you to stuff yourself before you go to bed, though, does it?
No, and then you wake up at 4 o'clock and you just eat some more, and then you go back to bed.
Oh my God. Oh, there we go. Well, we have respect for you. That's what you do. So I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. But I have respect for you that you do. Sensei, tomorrow is the last day of Ramadan. There you go. They can. There's no animals allowed in school. Otherwise, I would send my kids with their horses. Brilliant. I love all these comments. Let me get down to the bottom in a minute. Sensei, can we have Sensei leggings? Of course we can. Of course we can. This is good, guys. Martin, do you sell Martyn Lucas sunglasses? Do I sell Martyn Lucas sunglasses? I mean, how would they be different? I mean, they would be sunglasses. I mean, what would there be? A tiny, tiny inscription down the side with the word ML on it. I mean, I don't know. Would you buy them? Does anybody want to buy my sunglasses? That's my initials, Radiant Smile, Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. Not quite sure where we're going with that. Sensei, what snack do you have with a cup of tea? Trio biscuits are good. Sensei, what do you have?
Goodness, dark chocolate.
We're back to that again, which he doesn't even eat. He doesn't even have. Seeing that radiant picture eclipse is looking like the stock price. What's a hobnob? We've just shown you what a hobnob is, Stacey. You know what a hobnob is. Lidl's is amazing. It is. This was a major letdown of the day. Good luck. All stay tuned in for reviews. This was a major letdown of a day. Good luck.
Who pressed the no?
Yeah, it was Kevin B who said, no, I ate this. It's rubbish. Dry sausage and mustard, the only thing that goes with a good beer. Dry sausage and mustard. That's good. He's not lying about the estrogen in a lot of foods and drinks. Wow, this is late. Why are you still on here? It's 23:41 in the UK. I've obviously missed something. Dawn Potteris, you've missed the greatest show ever in the history of the world, along with the greatest stock ever in the history of the world. Go rewind it if you dare. It's been a very serious evening. Folks, we've got to go. I've got to let Sensei go. If I don't let him go, he's likely to be on the rocks with his marriage, and it ain't going to happen in 3 weeks. But don't worry, because we're not invited to it anyway, so it won't matter. We won't even know if it doesn't happen. So don't worry about that. Anyway, I'll see you all back in the morning, nice and early, because tomorrow morning, of course, it's early with Tilray. Yeah. That's it, Sensei. What do you think of that?
No, really, it's our first episode of the podcast.
This is a bit of your life you'll never get back again. Do you feel it was wisely spent, this hour of your life?
As well, they've just wasted their hour listening to us.
I know. It's been a wasted hour, but I think we could put the world to rights. Every week we could have this conversation, and
we could solve a lot of issues. I think
we could solve a lot of issues.
Different generations, different mindsets, different ideas. We can solve a lot of issues. I think come together.
Have you started eating yet tonight? Yes, you have now, aren't you? You eating now?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Good. Thank you ever so much, Sensei, for your time tonight. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me on, Martin.
It's all right, mate. I had nothing else to do, to be honest. I had nothing else to say, and you've just taken up an hour of my time when I could have been editing videos. But don't worry about that.
Sorry. You don't make me feel bad. Yeah, I mean,
I will make you feel bad. As James said later on, I'm going to start charging you to come on the show. There's going to be a fee for this.
I hope not.
Sensei, you've been absolutely brilliant. That's it from me. Thank you ever so much indeed. I'm going to send you all now to the 12-hour stream where it'll be alive for a few more minutes anyway, at least. Let me click the customize button, send you over here, redirect. There we go. Press that button there. Send you all there. That's it. That's it, folks. Here's the behind the scenes. We're going to say goodnight, God bless. There's Sensei on the big screen. Sensei, we'll see you back in the morning for Tilray between now and then, Sensei. Until next time.
Take care of your money, your crypto, yourselves, and
each other. It really isn't that hard, Sensei.